your attendance tonight. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Plansky Field for Willow Springs Bear football. Tonight's varsity action. The Bears will be hosting the Salem High School Tigers. Starting lineup for the Salem Tigers. Easton May, Luke Campbell, Caden Kaufman, Garrett Connell, Bradley Gover, Eli Newman, Corbin Robertson, Caden Camden, Earl Jarvis, Dylan Thompson, and Brandon White. Ladies and gentlemen, I would ask that you please rise to your feet, remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem by the Willow Springs Bear Pride Band, led by by Chris Cochran.
But he's all smiles, so he's not in any kind of duress, but he's looking at one of his nails on his throwing hand, looks like. Big pitch here.
Yeah.
It's Willow Springs Bear Sports on KUKU 100.3 Classic Country. And brought to you by G&W Foods. Shelter Insurance, Terry Newton, your agent in Willow Springs. Adams Towing. Ozarks Medical Center. Cox Health Center. State Farm Insurance Agent Justin Shelby. West Plains Bank and Trust. Willow Springs Bear Sports on KUKU 100.3 Classic Country.
Thank you, Jerry, and good evening from Polinsky Field in Willow Springs, home of the Bears. And the Bears take on the Salem Tigers tonight. I'm Larry Spence, along with Marty Spence, to bring you the play-by-play of tonight's game, an SCA conference game matching up a couple of teams that have played close during the first half of the season but haven't been able to get a lot of wins. Salem comes in here at 2-3, and the Bears are 1-4 on the season, but both teams have played all relatively close games. So, first of all, we apologize for interrupting Cardinal baseball.
We'll try to keep you both
in a crucial game, but we'll try to pick
Flirty
that up.
did strike out the batter with the bases loaded, so
Okay.
it's still 0-0 after 2.
Okay. All right. So anyway, we'll try to keep you up to date with that. We welcome some listeners that we know there'll be some from the Salem area tonight, and our heartfelt wishes go out to Stan and the crew for that radio crew, but they're not able to be here tonight and broadcast. And you know, Marty, I always look forward to Salem just because of that interaction with our colleague Stan Podolsky over at Salem. He's been there for a long time, not as long as I have, but close. And Stan's a great guy, and we just wish him the best.
Absolutely.
During this crazy year, and it continues. The craziness continues. And one thing is for certain, as Matt Gum would say, things are going to change. And indeed, the Bears tonight are without a couple of coaches, and that's huge, you know. So anyway, it's crazy. It's just a crazy year. You can just expect the unexpected, no matter what night it is.
Well, and that storyline is probably going to be the biggest one going in for the Bears. We knew we've been without players for what seems like the entire season, maybe with the exception of week 1. But the Bears just about have everybody back. Tonight, Kyle Wood is still injured and out, but I'm not sure that there's any COVID-related absences for the Bears football team tonight. However, we are missing 2 coaches. Coach McCroskey, our defensive coordinator, was out last week. He is still out this week, and Coach Swallam, the head coach, is not at the stadium tonight. So Coach Carter has got the reins tonight. Coach Johnson will be there with him, and they brought in this guy next door who graduated last year. Coach Henley, the senior, will be down on the field as well, but junior is up here helping out with the eye in the sky. But
Triton Henley looks cool in there with his headset on.
He's ready to go. And I think for the Bears, they're just so used to adversity at this point. It's like week to week, what's coming next. And unfortunately, that 1-4 record, and this team are 1-5 now, I guess. Is it 1-4, 1-5?
1-5, I guess.
Yeah, 1-5, and really, you could look at that, and you could easily flip that. Bears have played a lot of close games under a lot of bad circumstances, but here we are, just that one win, and on a pretty big losing streak. They'd like to break it tonight, and you mentioned Salem, and I apologize to our Salem listeners. I don't think I have an updated record, but it was 2-3. Got beat badly by Thayer, 48-6, but they're coming off of their most recent loss was 22-14 to Ava.
That's not bad.
Played within a touchdown. They also won at Houston, and they played that game to within a touchdown. So similar teams, they play a lot of close games. And as far as the SCA conference is concerned, the Bears really need to try to get a win tonight. They go to Houston next week, and that's another team that's just been plagued by COVID stuff, and they've actually not been able to play games. That's going to be interesting when those district seedings come out, and Houston, they haven't played games, so they're not necessarily being penalized for losses, but not gaining the wins either. And so Houston next week for the Bears, and then they've got that tough last two games of Thayer and
Avon. Yeah. Well, for this one, both teams are out on the captains are out on the field. The officials are explaining the rules and going over the procedure and tossing the coin. Just saw it go up in the air, and we'll see who wins the toss as this game is about to get underway between Salem and Willow Springs, and whoever won deferred. So I think Salem won the toss and deferred. So that means that they're going to kick off to the Bears. The Bears will be receiving to get this game underway. Important game, but the Bears need to win. Salem, of course, in the same boat. They need to win as well. I'm sure their district seedings will pretty much reflect what the Bears have over here. They're probably on the bottom side of that as we get ready for district play coming up not too distant future.
And not that we've, this season's been so weird to gauge how good teams are, but it looks like the Bears are in a fairly competitive district from the top to the bottom. I think Liberty probably right now sits at the top seed, and that's a team that the Bears really had a shot against last week.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of parity in the district, a lot of parity in the SCA this year. You can watch the Bears tonight on YouTube. Just search for Willow Bears on YouTube, and that's the school's YouTube channel, and you can follow along on YouTube. And they'll have the broadcast on YouTube as well for you, or you can just listen at ozarkradionews.com from anywhere.
There you go. There's your options for taking this game in tonight, and we're just about set to get it underway as the Bears have moved out on the field, dropped two receivers back deep. Salem now entering the field from their sideline, and they're ready to tee it up at the 40-yard line and kick it off. Again, I think about Stan. Wow, that's tough,
It is.
How many years has he been doing this and probably never missed a game? So, anyway, good wishes out to him.
Yeah, I hope to see you in basketball, Stan, and hopefully you'll be back for the Salem Tigers next week.
All right, Salem to kick off from the 40-yard line. It's teed up. Bears drop double receivers back about the 10-yard line. And this one is underway. Line drive kick taken to the Bears at the 15, 20, 25, 30. Got a seam, 40, and up to the 45-yard line. Good return.
Very good return. Cody Ward, the return man, and he kind of tripped right around the 42. I didn't see a whole lot of contact. He had a great hole opened up by the special teams, kind of tripped there and fell down at the 44. But I think if he could have kept his footing, he could have got that into Salem territory.
They did create a lane for him, and he used it for a while. Got the Bears in great field position at the 44-yard line, 1st and 10.
Bears team that's been offensively challenged ever since that Week 1 game. Obviously, they missed Kyle Wood, Scotty Osborne back. Good to have him back last week, and we'll see what Coach Carter wants to do with the offense.
Okay. Dedridge gets the snap, hands off to the big running back. He's up to the 50 and down to the Salem 46-yard line, close to a first down. That was Osborne, wasn't it?
It was. Scotty had a nice initial push from his line, straight up the middle, had a little room to run. That's what we haven't seen or didn't see a lot of last week, is the line getting Osborne some room to run. And the fourth quarter, when he did start getting some gains, he had to go out because of cramps. So good to see the big guy back there.
Gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and a yard. Dedridge out of the shotgun, hands off, same play. And a first down for the Bears. He gets down inside the 45, close to the 41-yard line before he's brought down. Scotty Osborne, the first 2 carries tonight for the Bears, gets them a first down at the Salem 41-yard line. Owen Dedridge, the junior quarterback, back there as his team huddled up about midfield, getting the play from the sideline. Not from Coach Swallow, as per usual. Dillon's got it all tonight. Dedridge out of the gun, gets the snap again. It's going right back to Osborne. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, keeps plowing forward and gets a couple of yards, but third time is no charm for Osborne that time.
Well, philosophy of run it till they can stop it, and actually Scotty's second and third effort there got him 3 yards, so not bad, but Salem finally able to stop Osborne.
That's an Ohio State offense there, 3 yards in the cloud of dust.
Yeah. Keep it simple.
Second down and 7 for the Bears at the Salem 38-yard line. 2 wide receivers, one on either side of Dedridge. He has a double wing set, wants to throw, has time, got a man open, but where did the ball go?
Way overthrown, and I'm not sure.
Wow.
Dedridge just lost the handle on it, maybe, but that was way overthrown, about 10 yards beyond where the receiver would have been.
So, incompleted pass stops the clock at 10:07 left to go in the first quarter. No score. Bears with ball. Third down and 7 at the Salem 38-yard line. Bears break the huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage, maybe in 4-down territory here. They move everybody in tight on this one. With a tight formation, they hand off in a swing formation. First down for the Bears as the running back gets inside the 30 and down to the 25.
About a 13-yard carry that time for Scotty Osborne. The Bears are sticking with Osborne early here.
Going to mark him back down at the 26. Still a good gain on the play to the 26-yard line of Salem and a first down. That was the first time they had run the sweep. And Osborne had plenty of blockers in front of him and got good running.
Bears have wanted to establish the run in the last 2 games and haven't, or more than that, probably haven't been able to do it. But tonight, definitely establishing it here in the first drive.
Seems to be a little bit of a confusion there on 1st and 10. Now man in motion to the right. Dedridge hands off to the motion man. Motion man doesn't get far as he went around the left side. Got maybe a yard on the play.
Taylor Rothermich the carry. Taylor had to carry a lot of football in those games when our running backs were all out.
Well, apparently he's done very well because he's still in there.
Exactly. Gets a yard.
Second down and 9 for the Bears. Salem 25-yard line. We're in the first quarter. Dedridge out of the shotgun. 2 wideouts, one on either side of him. Gets the snap. Hands off to the big running back. Got a little bit of a hole. Gets inside the 20-yard line. And down close to the 17, it looks like. So good run for Osborne that time.
Yeah, the Bears obviously think they can run on Salem and doing it here on this first drive. Osborne has put together an impressive first drive.
Ball is on the 17, and it's a yard shy of the first down, so it's 3rd and 1 for the Bears here. No score in the ball game with 8:22 left in the first quarter. Dedridge out of the shotgun, keeps a running back behind him there, and he gets the ball. The running back does to get that yard, and he got it. He's got more than that. He's inside the 10 and down to about the inside the 5-yard line. First and goal, Bears from there.
They're going to mark him at about the 6,
okay,
maybe the 7, but still a great run by Osborne. And I was just getting ready to say the Bears had 3 opportunities from the 25 in the first quarter last week against Liberty and only got 1 score out of it. So the Bears wanting to score here.
First and goal for the Bears, ball at the 7-yard line. Dedridge out of the shotgun, hands off to the running back, clears the first line, first wave, gets inside the 5 this time, down to about the 3, it looks like. Ball is placed at the 3-yard line, second and goal from the 3 for the Bears. As they threaten here against Salem in the early going, their first initial drive took it at the 44-yard line to begin this drive, consuming a lot of time, too, by eating up the ground game, eating up with the ground game, eating up the time and the yardage. They hurry to the line of scrimmage, bit of a hurry-up play, and they get it off just in time before the clock went to 0. Dudridge on the sweep. He's at the 5 and down inside the 5, and is he in or not?
He's in.
Touchdown, Owen Dudridge on the sweep. Wow, they just barely got that off in time, too. That 25-second clock was 1 whenever the ball was snapped, but they got it off and got it in as Dudridge, the junior quarterback, carries it in from 3 yards out and puts the Bears on top first 6-0 here with 6:54 left to go in the first quarter.
Owen extended that arm, got it across the plane. That's what he needed to do. So the quarterback takes it in. Good opening drive for the Bears.
Bears trying to kick the extra point. The ball is muffed at the snap, and the Bears are going to have to throw for it. They throw into the end zone. It's not covered before it got there. So extra point try is no good, but the Bears take the early lead 6-0 with 6:54 left to go in the first quarter. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country KUKU. Back in 30 seconds.
7-day-a-week savings on your groceries and, that great customer service. You already know that I'm talking about G&W Foods in Woodlow Springs, don't you? And if you need a special cut or order in that meat department, just ask. Cookouts and barbecues for whatever occasion, no problem. They have everything you need at G&W, right down to the charcoal. And don't get me started on that extra fresh produce. They'll even carry your groceries out to your car for you. Check out their weekly ad today, G&W in Woodlow Springs.
6:54 left to go here in the first quarter. Bears have taken an early lead over the Salem Tigers 6-0. Took the opening drive and ran it 56 yards, literally ran it. That was all they did. They passed one time, and it was incomplete. But the Bears kept it on the ground, got it in the end zone, and lead 6-0 over the Salem Tigers. Now the Tigers will get a chance to see what they can do on offense as the Bears tee it up at the 40-yard line, and Cody Ward will kick it off. 2 players back deep for the Tigers, standing at about 10. Ward to kick it away. Here we go. Ball is in the air. Nice high kick taken at the 11 by the Salem Tigers up to the 20. Got a little seam, 25-30, one man to beat, and he beats him. But the Bears catch up to him, but he got it all the way down to the Bear 40-yard line. Wow, good return by the Salem Tigers.
Good return for the Bears on their opening kick return, but a better one by the Salem Tigers. And you're right, he had one man to beat it. The defender for the Bears did his best.
Yeah,
but,
he just messed him up enough, delayed him long enough that the rest of the Bears could catch up and make the tackle, or he was gone. So, nice return by the Tigers, sets them up in Bear territory at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10, as they show a full house backfield formation with 3 backs in there with the quarterback, but the first back gets the handoff, and the Bears are there to greet him for a loss. Wow. Bears were there quick and nail him for a 3-yard loss back to the 48. So, 2nd down and 13 for the Salem Tigers.
Tiger quarterback is not listed, so we'll try to
pick that up for you. Yep. 2nd down and 13 from the 43-yard line. They go into the I formation this time. Quarterback under center, hands off to the tailback. He's up to the 40 and into Bears territory at the 39. A pickup of maybe 5 on the play down to the Bear 38. So a change up in the look for the Bear defense. They had to adjust quickly on the fly from 3 spread backs to the I formation. So a different look, and Salem picked up 5. 3rd down and 8 for the Tigers from the Bear 38-yard line. There are 3 wideouts in there now, a shotgun formation. The quarterback going back, setting up the screen, and it's knocked down by the Bear defense. Incomplete. So the quarterback could not get the screen set up. It's 4th down and 8 for the Tigers at the Bear 38-yard line. That stops the clock at 5:25 left to go here in first quarter.
Had to do a lot of homework on them. I apologize if we have any Salem Tiger fans listening.
Salem showing a punt here on 4th and 8 from their Bear 38. I'd be wary of that, or wary of that. High snap. They do kick it away. A little pooch kick over top of the line of scrimmage, and it rolls dead and out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. So the Bear defense holds on Salem's first possession, and despite great field position, Tigers unable to move and punt it away, and the Bears will take over first and 10. They're going to mark the ball just inside the Bear 20-yard line.
Connell is the name of the quarterback.
Connell, okay.
Connell, and he is not at all listed in the program, so our apologies for that. But,
okay. Apparently the information
we've
didn't
got
get
it.
in.
We've got it now, so we'll do a better job when Salem gets the ball back.
Dedridge out of the shotgun, first and 10 inside the 20. Hands off the big fullback, and this time Salem Tiger defense was ready for him. He got about a yard, just over the 20. The second down and long. 6-0 Bear lead, 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Rapidly moving game. Bears, again, working without their two main coaches. Well, maybe I shouldn't say their two main coaches.
Well, their head coach
and
their defensive coordinator.
Yeah, so
Coach Johnson and Coach Carter and Coach Henley running the show tonight.
Second down and 9. Dedridge gets the snap. And keeps it and rolls and throws. Got a man open down there, but it's incomplete. Way down at the Salem 45-yard line. That just a pretty good coverage by the Salem defense. They had 3 deep and D-backs over in that area. But still, Dedridge got it down there.
Got it down there probably. A ball he just should have thrown out of bounds. There really wasn't much to be had there.
Could have been deflected or something maybe off of a Salem Tiger and complete, but that would have been about it. Third and 9 for the Bears. Stops the clock with 4:27 left to go in the first quarter. They hurry to the line of scrimmage. On third down 9. 2 wideouts. Dolan wants to throw. Comes this way and overthrows his intended receiver at the 30-yard line. Intended for one of the Cheney boys.
Tiger pass defense looks really good here on the first couple of drives. Dedridge 0 for 3, and the Tigers done a good job defending the pass, which is, I'm sure, the film they've seen on the Bears the last few weeks is look out. They're going to throw the ball.
Yeah.
But, Bears caught them off guard with a run-heavy first drive, but had to go to the air a little bit there, and the Tigers were ready.
So the Bears got a punt. Salem drops single receiver back at his own 40-yard line. Kick is away. It's a good one. And drives the Salem receiver. Fair catches it at the 37-yard line. He had some space to run in, but the ball was kicked a little bit over his head, so he wanted to make sure he caught it and didn't let it get away from him. So fair catch for the Tigers back at the 38, and they'll take over there first and 10.
Connell, the return man, as well as the quarterback for the Tigers. The Bears with Osborne back in that punter position. We really missed Scotty's punting game.
Oh, yeah.
Talk a lot about his running, but need the leg, too.
Salem back on offense for their second series. 3 backfield. Quarterback is one of them in the shotgun, gets the snap. He's just going to keep it, tuck it, and run it, and get up to the 45-yard line. Good run by Connell.
Yeah, had some good openings in front of him. His line did a good job of creating space. Connell, obviously an athletic kid, picks up 8 yards.
Second down and 2 for the Tigers. I'm in conflict with Rutledge down there, but
it says 3. I agree with you. I think it's 2. It's a solid 2.
From the 45-yard line, second down, that same formation with quarterback and 2 backs back there with him. He hands off to the first back through, and he's hit immediately and gets about a yard on the play. He's not going to get the first down, so it's going to be third and short for the Tigers at their own 46-yard line.
Devin Atchison, junior running back with the carry.
It's going to be third and a yard to go for the Tigers at their own 46. Tigers break the huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage, go into the quarterback under center I formation. The handoff to the fullback. I don't know. I think he got it. Oh, fumble on the play.
Tigers
got it back right at the first down marker. So we'll see if they got the first down or not. I think maybe they did.
I think it's going to be one of those things. They probably would have had to measure if he didn't fumble, but he fumbled, and that got the Tigers just a few more inches and got them across.
They're going to call it fourth down.
Oh wow, are they really?
Well, sure.
They're going to measure. That's close.
Yeah, I think it's first down, but they're going to stop the clock and bring the chain gang in. Chain gang not been used a lot this year, but getting a little exercises. They've got to go all the way across to this side of the field from the far side of the field. So it will take about 30, 40 seconds to get them over here.
Tigers did something there that I know we wish other teams would do. That's put the quarterback under center and let him, try to get that yard. But it almost didn't work for the Tigers, but it does. By
first down
of the football, first down Salem. First down for the Tigers tonight.
And it's at their own 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Clock stopped with 2:55 left to go here in the first quarter. Bears leading 6-0. Salem with the ball.
Still no score. Cardinals and Padres, bottom of the third now in San Diego.
Well, after that barrage last night, wow.
Expecting maybe a lower scoring game. It had to be a little lower scoring.
1st and 10 here for the Tigers. Quarterback under center. Connell with two backs behind him in the eye gets the snap, hands off the tailback. He's made it through the first line and gets about 5 into Bear territory down at the 47-yard line.
Caden Camden, and that's a familiar name. Good athlete for the Tigers. Camden, senior, and picks up 6 yards.
It's down to the Bear 47-yard line. 2nd down here. Looks like Salem brings the play in from the sidelines. Bring a player in with the play after each play. They huddle up. Now break the huddle. Come up to the line of scrimmage. They shift back to that T-looking formation. 2 backs in there with the quarterback. Here come the Bears on the rush. And Connell saw it, picked it up, and he breaks tackles inside the 30 and all the way down to the Bear 28-yard line. The Bears are coming with the rush there. Connell did a good job picking it up and kept the ball and made big yardage out of it. Got about 15 all the way down to the Bear 28-yard line. That's more like 20, isn't it?
Yeah, 20-yard run for Connell. Showing off his athleticism from the quarterback position. He's a dual threat for the Tigers.
1st and 10 for the Tigers at the Bear 28. 1 back in there, well, 2 backs now, as Connell shifts out of the under center position and goes back in the shotgun, gets the snap, hands off to the running back, nowhere for him to go. Bears cover that well and knock him back for a loss of 3 to the 31.
Well covered by the Bears. Scooter Osborne, one of the Bears in on the stop. Camden had the carry. He was knocked back for about a 3-yard loss on the play. Dalton Howard also involved for the Bears.
Down to a minute left to go in the first quarter. Salem threatening. 2nd down 13 from their own 31. And their player from the sidelines brings in the play to the huddle.
2 teams remind me a lot of each other, really. Just kind of how they do things and how they operate. Much different than the high-octane Liberty offense we saw last week.
3 backs in the backfield, 2 wide receivers for Connell this time. What you might expect it to throw, and there's timeout called on the field. With 35 seconds on the clock, I guess we go back this week at halftime to the fall football focus, huh?
Fall sports focus. Yeah, we missed that last week in our combined broadcast with Liberty and Willow, but we will go back to our fall sports focus this week and name an athlete of the week. All fall sports were in action this week, and I think everybody is kind of getting back to full strength as far as our athletes are concerned. So we'll have a lot to talk about at halftime.
Right here, we're 35 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Ball is on the Bear 31-yard line. Salem has it 2nd down and 13. They trail the Bears 6-0. And we're kind of leaning a little bit to nonpartisan broadcast tonight just because the fact the Salem broadcasting team is not in action. So trying to fill a little void there. 2nd down and 13. Connell out of the shotgun, keeps two backs in there with him, two wide receivers. There's the snap of the football, and Connell wants to keep, and the Bears smell that one out. Had a little difficulty in the fake handoff. That messed it up right there.
And I'm not sure if it was a fake handoff. It looked like the running back and the quarterback, and they're talking.
They're on the same page.
One of them thought it was a fake, and the other one thought it was legit. So Connell picked it up and got what he could, which is a yard.
Gain a yard. Got to the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 12 for the Tigers there. And I think that's going to be the last play of the quarter, and indeed it is. So at the end of 1, Willow Springs 6, Salem nothing. We'll be back for the second quarter in 60 seconds. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country, KUKU.
And there's a flag on the play.
Ozarks Medical Center orthopedic surgeons Dr. Jolly and Dr. Roeder specialize in sports injuries, hip, knee, shoulder, and hand surgeries, as well as total joint replacements. Podiatrist Dr. Goodman specializes in foot and ankle surgeries. If your doctor's recommending orthopedic care, choose OMC Orthopedics. For more information, call 417-256-1745.
It's been said the best things in life are free, like free checking from West Plains Bank and Trust Company, including free mobile banking with deposit, free bill pay, free e-statements, and free Willow Springs Bears debit card that gives back to the school each time you use it to make a purchase. And, did I mention, you receive a free gift just for opening an account. Refer a friend who opens an account and you both get a free gift. View account details at westplainsbank.com. West Plains Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
Welcome back to Polinsky Field. Start of the second quarter, and it's a 6-0 Willow Springs lead. Salem has the ball, though, deep in Bear territory, 3rd and 12 at the Bear 30-yard line. So that's where we're at as we start this second quarter of action here in what has been a beautiful day in the Ozarks. Just a classic Chamber of Commerce fall day. Pretty good crowd on hand tonight for senior night here at Willow Springs. Here we go. 3rd down and 12. Connell in there at quarterback. Waiting to get somebody's way back downfield. I'm not sure why
the quarterback,
he's
and I'm not
there.
sure what's going on. But he's running up to the line now. They have started the play clock.
He was down at the 40-yard line. I'm not sure what the deal was. But anyway, 3rd and 12. Here we go. Connell keeps the ball now, pitches late, got a wide open field in front of him, and the little back gets down inside the 20-yard line. Not enough for a first down, but close. Good pickup on the play.
See where the officials are lining up. He may have got it.
Well, he may have.
Camden was the
public address says he's got it. Yeah, they say all the way down to the 17. So 1st and 10 for Salem at the Bear 17.
Bear defense just went a little too hard after the quarterback, and credit Salem. That was a well-executed play. They got the running back where they needed him and flipped it out there for a first down.
Now the officials stop the clock. Maybe going to measure. I don't know. I believe we may have our second measurement here in this series.
Yeah. Chain gang's going to have to come all the way across.
Okay. Got time for a few PSA announcements here. As they come all the way, the second time they've had to come all the way across the field both times.
Let's look at some other scores. Thayer leading Kabul 14-0 in the first quarter. Kabul still riding that high, but Thayer's they're the class of the SCA.
They are. They are.
And it is a first down for Salem. West Plains leading 11 and 21-7. The Zizzers just continue to roll.
Rolling.
And Houston on top of Ava, 8-6 in the first quarter. Mountain Grove and Liberty, that'll be an interesting one. No score there yet.
1st and 10 here for the Tigers at the Bear 18-yard line as they try to tie it up and take the lead. Connell out of the shotgun, has two backs in there with him on 1st and 10 from the 18. Snap of the football. Connell keeps, now pitches late, and down goes the ball carrier, but he did pick up about 3 yards on the play, or a couple anyway.
Camden tripped up by Taylor Rothermich, and if he didn't trip him up, he would have had a first down, at least maybe a touchdown. It was the same play, the pitch, but instead of the right side, they went left. this time. And again, if not for a shoestring tackle, that would have been a big gainer. But as it is, 3-yard pickup, Camden.
Second down from the 16 of the Bears. They got to get to the 8-yard line. Connell under center. Hands off to the running back. Big hole opens up, but closes fairly quickly as he got inside the 15 down to about the 11-yard line. A pickup of about 5 on the play, it looks like.
Using Camden a lot on this drive. He's kind of their speed guy. And Tigers looking good, trying to cash it in here inside the red zone. Trailing 6-0 with 10:30 left to go in the second quarter.
Tigers spend quite a bit of time in the huddle as the coach
just like the Bears
sends the player in with the call. We're down to 8 seconds on the play clock as they get to the line of scrimmage. Got to hurry up. Bears got to hurry up too. They were kind of lollygagging back there. Snap of the football and a handoff up the middle. Looks like first and goal.
Atchison got the carry that time, and see where they spot it.
I think
he was upended by a Bear defender. Micah Statina made contact, but Atchison was able to dive forward, it looked like.
Well, they got him marked back, though.
They're going to say, I guess, his knee must touch the ground. But
I guess he was inside the 5.
They're going to mark it just shy of a first down.
Fourth down and less than a yard to go for the Tigers inside the 10-yard line of the Bears at about the 6. Here come the Bears, and they try to stop him. He gets away, and he's gone. He's got it in for the touchdown.
Connell, the Bears all bit on the inside game, and Connell just broke it around the corner and took it into the end zone for the touchdown on the right side. So Connell ties it up, 6-6.
With 9:26 left to go in the first half of the ball game, we're tied at 6-6 as Salem will attempt to go for the extra point and take the lead in this ball game. Tigers with a good drive that time. Consumed a lot of time on the clock. Here we go with the extra point try. Kick is up, and it is high enough and long enough, and it is good. So with 9:25 left to go in the first half, Tigers take the lead over the Bears, 7-6, back for the Tiger kickoff in 60 seconds. And we're going to, Kathy, we're going to break our phone call and call you back because we got to change phones. So we'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country, KUKU.
If you find yourself in the situation where you need to have your engine repair rebuilt, go to Midnight Auto Repair. Your brakes repaired? Midnight Auto Repair. Oil change and inspections? Midnight Auto Repair. Or just if your check engine light is on, take your vehicle to Midnight Auto Repair. They are there to repair your vehicle with great friendly service. Visit them at Midnight Auto Repair, 401 West Abe Taylor Street, West Plains. Or call and make an appointment today at 256-0099.
Hey, this is Steven at TLG Peterbilt in Willow Springs. We proudly support our Willow Springs Bears. Here at TLG Peterbilt, we offer an extensive lineup of replacement parts for all makes, all models of all trucks and all trailers in the industry. Uptime all the time. The Larson Group Peterbilt in Willow Springs. Find us online at tlgtrucks.com or visit us on US 60 in Willow Springs.
From power to performance, see the L-Series tractors from Edgeler and Harper Farm Equipment and Kubota. The Kubota L3901 and Kubota L3301 give you the features you need to get the job done. Right now, get 0 down and 0% APR for 84 months now through 10/31. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information. See Edgeler and Harper today in Mountain Grove and West Plains.
Two names you can trust, Edgeler and Harper and Kubota, West Plains and Mountain Grove.
Foster's Auto Body, Muffler, and 24-hour wrecker service is in Willow Springs and proud to support the Willow Springs Bears. If you need a windshield replaced, Foster's Auto Body, Muffler, and 24-hour wrecker service is definitely the place to go. Foster's Auto Body, Muffler, and 24-hour wrecker service. When you need help, they're there to help you. 469-1255.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
First half, had to switch. Okay. 9:12 left to go in the first half. Had to switch phones out there for just a moment. Bears ran the ball back good on the kickoff from Salem to their own 45-yard line. First down play, they tried to throw the ball, and it was incomplete. So it's 2nd and 10 for the Bears at the 44-yard line in their own territory. Snap of the football, handoff to the running back. It's a little running room. She gets up near the 50-yard line. Looks like the big boy running the ball again.
Osborne with 5-yard carry. Unfortunately, the play before that, Dudridge will screen pass out to Rothermick. It was dropped.
He was wide open.
Yeah, would have had at least 5 to 10 yards, but unfortunately couldn't hang on to it. And Dudridge still looking for his first completion tonight. Osborne able to get some yardage back, but now the Bears 3rd and 5 right at midfield.
Ball is just shy of the 50-yard line. Dudridge out of the gun, puts a man in motion right, hands off up the middle, and not enough for a first down, but about 3 yards for Osborne. It'd be a 4th down for the Bears. They're in Salem territory, but barely at the 30 or the 48-yard line, so it's probably a punting situation, although who knows? 4th down.
We got a new coaching staff, basically. So
4th down and 2, they may go for it here.
And that was Gavin Ferguson on the carry that time. Bears trying to mix it up a little bit.
Okay. 4th and 2, Bears show they're going for it at the 48-yard line of the Tigers. Tigers kind of stack it up on the line of scrimmage. Man in motion goes right. Dudridge goes right as well. Cuts inside. He's got the first down. Inside the 46 to the 45-yard line. Boy, just barely got it.
Kind of a run-pass option for Dudridge, and he did the right thing. He ran it, got the first down. He did have a receiver downfield that if they wanted to take a chance at the end zone, he was open. But Owen did the right thing. You got to make sure you get the first down.
Yeah, 4th down play. 4th down, and the Bears convert, so they have it 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line of Salem. Snap of the football, handoff up the middle. There goes the big running back inside the 40 and down to the Salem 35-yard line.
Well, Osborne looks good, especially on first down. I like that. That's going to get 8 yards there and gives your offense a lot of choices here on 2nd and 2.
Spot the ball at the Salem, inside the Salem 37-yard line. 7 minutes left to go in the half. Salem with the lead, 7-6 over the Bears. Bears with the football. 2 wideouts, and then he one on either side of Dudridge. Got a big back in there with him. He gets the ball, turns the corner at the 35, gets down to the 30. First down, Bears there.
Osborne again, he was carrying guys with him on that one to the left side. Picks up another first down.
About a 7-yard gain on the play. Takes it down to the Salem 30.
This is going to be a quick game tonight. Both teams really run the ball a lot. We're nearing the midway point of the second quarter, and it's 7:37.
1st and 10 Bears to Salem 30. Dudridge out of the quarterback slot. Hands off to the running back. He stood up and dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there. They were ready for that play.
Yeah, this is, only so many times you can go to that well, and eventually they're going to stop it. Salem did, so now we'll see what the Bears want to do. Actually lost a little bit of yardage, so it'll be 2nd and 11 for the Bears.
Spot the ball just shy of the 30-yard line as the Bears break the huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage. 3 wide receivers this time for Dudridge out of the shotgun. He keeps Osborne back in there with him. Now man in motion, and that drew the Salem Tigers off sides, I believe. Yeah. And you know what? Is that our first penalty of the night?
That is the first. That's another reason this game is rocketing right along. It took a quarter and a half for either team to get. That's wonderful. Good job to both teams for that.
Yeah.
Well, nobody wants a bunch of penalties.
You don't see that very often. So first penalty of the night comes against Salem for an offside. Takes the ball down to the 25. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Bears from the Salem 25. Edridge sends out 2 wideouts, got 2 wing backs, gets the snap of the football. He wants to throw. 3-step drop over the middle he goes, and it's almost picked off. A little high for the intended receiver, but the D-back was there. He had the better shot at it.
He did. That was Connell. Connell was playing safety back there. Ward was the intended target. Connell went over his back and just about picked it off that way, but he did deflect it, so incomplete, and Edridge now 0 for 5.
Wow. Okay. Not much groove going there. 5:18 left to go in the first half. That stops the clock. 3rd and 5 for the Bears at the Salem 25.
Haven't seen Tafton Thompson catch a ball yet. He was our big star from last week.
Snap of the football. Hand off to the running back. First down Bears inside the 20 and down to the 18. Scotty Osborne again.
Osborne's going to have some good-looking stats. When we get to halftime, we'll take a look at stats. Also have our Ball Sports Focus.
Inside the 19, gain of 6+ on that play. Bears continue the drive with a new set of downs here. 1st and 10. Edridge at quarterback, double wing set. Everybody's in tight. Hand off to the second back through. Gets about 5, maybe 6, maybe 7 on the play. Inside the 15 down to about the 12-yard line.
That was Ferguson that time for the Bears. So Willow slipping in a new running back once in a while and catching Salem off guard. And not a great spot. I thought he got a little more than that, but we'll give him 6.
Down to the 13-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Bears at the Salem 13. 2 wideouts for the Bears this time. Edridge keeps one back in there with him, and that back gets the ball, and he just lost the ball. Almost looked like he lost it. Maintained possession, though. Got it down to about the 10. 11-yard line, we'll call it.
You give him a 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Bears, obviously in 4-down territory here. And Bear fans, you like the first touchdown, but after last week, when you get in the red zone, you want to score.
Every time. Ball is at the 11. 3rd down, 3 yards to go, a little less than that. Bears break the huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage. Edridge out of the shotgun. Everybody in tight. Edridge wants to throw. High, just tosses it up there.
Deflected, and that's probably the best case scenario for the Bears. Salem had that so well defended.
They had 3 guys.
There were 3 white jerseys to the 2 maroon jerseys, and the guys in white had a decent shot at picking that off. And luckily for the Bears, didn't do it, but that was a dangerous pass for the Bears, and Willow lucky that wasn't intercepted.
Edridge is over still in the passing department. 4th down now for the Bears at the Salem 11-yard line. Bears hurry to the line of scrimmage quickly. Show a spread offense. Man in motion to the right. Now he comes back and gets his initial. Edridge goes under center.
Oh, there's all kinds.
Timeout is called, and that's a good decision by the Bears. And they were trying to pull Salem offside and almost got it done a couple of times, but it didn't work. So Bears had to call a timeout. We'll take a 30-second time in here. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country, KUKU.
Bailey Shipping GMC, home of the Bailey Factor.
And after the Friday night football game, breaking news, Bailey Chevrolet now offers Saturday service for you, our customers. Call or come by and make your Saturday oil change appointment now. The Bailey service team is waiting for you.
Call 469-3111. Bailey team is gonna get it done.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
Set the scene for you here. 3:18 left to go in the half. Bears trailing Salem 7-6. Bears have the ball 4th and 3 at the Salem 11-yard line. It's the timeout for the Bears and Coach Carter. It's unusual to say that. 4th down and 3. Bears show a full house backfield. Three backs back there. There's the handoff to the big guy. He tries to get it in there, and he didn't do it. He didn't make it inside the 10, but he needed to get more than that. So it'd be Salem holds on 4th down and will take over with 3:12 left to go in the half, and Salem leading 7-6.
Bears went with their strength, but unfortunately Salem thought that's what they were going to do and really put a lot of emphasis on Osborne, able to stop him, and they'll take the ball back.
Just a little disappointment tonight if you're a Bear fan in the Bear passing game. Just hasn't
well, I think you got to credit
generated
Salem,
anything.
Salem secondary.
Well, yeah.
Really, the guys have been covered, had a couple of drops. So Owen, I'm sure, disappointed with his performance so far, but not all on the quarterback.
1st and 10 Salem inside their own 10-yard line. Connell gets the ball, hands off to the running back. He stood up at the line of scrimmage, still on his feet, but finally whistles blow as he got to the 11-yard line for a gain of about a yard.
Atchison, the ball carrier, he's the big guy when they need just the short yardage. Got a couple there.
2nd down and 8 for the Tigers. Ball is about the 12-yard line.
Clock running, 2:45 to play, 7-6 Salem. It's been a tight, close game. These two teams look very similar, very well matched.
Error-free so far as well. Connell back there in the shotgun keeps 2 backs in there with him. 1 wide receiver. He wants to throw that way. Got a man wide open, and he's got it. He's gone. To the house.
Wow.
90 yards, or not 88 yards. Bears got bit on that one.
They sure did. We're 32 for the Tigers, the receiver, Bradley Gover. Gover took it all the way to the house. Just a well-thrown ball by Connell, and he was a man-man coverage, and ball got, the receiver got behind the D-back, and once he had the catch, he was all the way to the house.
Caught the ball about the 45, and he was untouched to the end zone. 88-yard pass play for the Tigers. Get them on top 13-6 as they go for the extra point try here.
Connell's only his 2nd pass attempt tonight.
Kick is up. That one looks a little to the right.
No good.
No good. So 2:12 left to go in the first half. Tigers take a bigger lead over the Bears, 13-6. We'll be back with the Salem kickoff in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bear Football in Classic Country KUKU.
Simmons Bank is proud to support the Bears. Simmons believes that healthy, vibrant communities don't just happen on their own. They happen when people make investments in each other. Because we accomplish more together than we do alone. Simmons Bank, member FDIC.
The traditional light bulb, a groundbreaking invention in 1879. It's time we switch to longer-lasting Energy Star light bulbs. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
Welcome back to Polinsky Field. 2:12 left to go here in the first half. Salem leading 13-6 over the Bears as they went deep on a 2nd and long play from their own 12-yard line. They had 1 wide receiver out there, and they hit him for an 88-yard pass play in the touchdown. So big play from Salem.
Bears want to strike back. Still got 2 minutes to do it.
And the Bears, again, got stuck down there in the red zone without scoring. From the 40-yard line, Salem to kick off. Kick is not too deep. Takes a Salem bounce, finally picked up by the Bears. And the receiver got back to the 23-yard line.
Good coverage by the Tigers, and the Bears are going to have a long field ahead of them with just 2:06 left to go in the half. And a passing game that really has not gotten off the ground yet tonight.
Very disappointing performance by the Bear offense tonight in the red zone. That was their bugaboo last week, and it's jumped up and hit them again. Unable to score inside the 20. They had the ball there from against Liberty 3 times last week. Got it in once.
3 times within the 25. Tonight they're 1 for 2
That's not good enough. No. Bears break the huddle, 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line with 2 minutes and change left to go here in the first half. Cedric throws, got his man at the 50, 40, 35, down to the 32-yard line.
Justin Cheney, the big tight end, got behind the defense, and Owen threw a nice pass, and so the Bears answer with a big passing play of their own, and they're right back in business here with 1:57 to play in the half.
Cans Cheney gets it all the way down to the 32-yard line. I'll let you figure out the yardage on that.
Let's take me a minute.
1st and 10 Bears from the 32. Edridge gets the snap, rolls to his left, looking to throw. Now just going to keep it.
Oof. Gets punished for it. Big Salem defensive lineman, Braden White, with the slam there.
Not giving him his full forward progress either. He was down to the 30 before he was driven back, but they're going to spot it at the 32. So no gain on the play. Anyway, clock moving with 1:16. That's the key thing here. Bears don't have a lot of time. 2nd down and 10. Dudridge gets the snap. Wants to throw. Passing, a little crossing pattern. Goes incomplete. Stops the clock with 1:04 left in it.
Intended for Thompson. It was a little high. Went through his hands and then went through a Salem Tigers' hands. Does stop the clock for the Bears, which is not the only good thing about that play. Give them some time to regroup here with 1:04 to go in the half. Still 2 timeouts, but now with a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, got to get some yards, too. Bears break the huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage at the 32. Double wing set, 2 wide receivers. Dudridge out of the gun, gets the snap, wants to throw. Now breaks out of there, and he's in trouble, and down he goes. Hit from behind at about the 34-yard line. He was trying to scramble free. Clock still running with 50 seconds left to go in the half. And it's 4th down, and finally we get the clock stopped.
Timeout, Bears, with 49.5 seconds to go in the half.
Plenty of time. We'll take a 30-second time in here. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country KUKU.
United Country Ozarks Realty and Auction Group in Willow Springs is proud to sponsor Willow Springs Bears. Ozarks Realty and Auction Group is here to serve you. Whether you're selling your home or property or looking for your next farm, ranch, home, or hunting property. Local offices in Willow Springs, Kabul, Mountain Grove, Mountain View, and Mansfield, we are here to serve buyers and sellers in the entire Ozarks region.
No one knows the country like we do. United Country.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
49 seconds left to go in the half. Salem leading the Bears 13-6. Bears have the ball 4th and 12 at the Salem 34-yard line, so it's do or die time for the Bears this half on this play right here. 4 wide receivers in there for Dudridge. There's the snap of the football. He takes 3 steps back, throws it up high and long, and the receiver fell down. Flags go down everywhere. Both officials down there in the striped shirts threw flags as the receiver fell down and was tripped up by Salem. And so Salem's going to get that flag, I'm pretty sure.
Cody Ward, the intended receiver, and the Tigers had it well covered. They didn't need to push off, but they did, and Cody sold it well. And
yeah.
We'll see.
Maybe it's offensive pass interference.
I like the guy in the white hat. I can hear him up, and kudos to the official. You know, make it like an NFL game there, where the fans can hear it. He clearly enunciated that was the defensive pass interference, 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
Takes the ball down to the 19-yard line, 42 seconds on the clock. Bears just lining up here and going for it. 2 wide outs. Dudridge hands off the football, and it's gone, taken to the end zone, 5, and then down to the 3-yard line. Didn't quite get to the end zone, but he he was ahead of steam rolling through there and made it from the 19 to the 3. And the clock will stop as the chains move with 35 seconds on the clock. Bears will have it first and goal. And at
they're going to go ahead and take it to their last time out here.
Wow.
36 seconds to play. And that's good, call the timeout, make sure everybody's on the same page. But as hard as Osborne hit that hole, I would have been really tempted just to line everybody up and do it again and see if you could just catch them on a quick hitter. But
35
seconds. Chance to talk about it. They're right back knocking on the door again, but you've got to get through the door. The Bears, in a tight game here, have a chance to tie it up or take the lead before halftime.
I have to say that the Bear offense just pretty much has been defined by what Osborne can do from that fullback spot. Well, he plays halfback, but he's a big kid, and he really hits hard, and he has defined the Bear offense the first half.
Yeah, I was going to try to figure up the stats really quick, but I'm not that good at math. But we'll get that to you. At halftime, I know he's got well over 50 yards for the half, and like you said, he's been the key to the Bear offense here in half number 1. And the Tigers had that big pass play, and they've got some weapons as well. So this shaping up to be a good game tonight here at Valensky Field.
First and goal for the Bears from the Salem 3-yard line. Bears got to get it in the end zone this time if you're a Bear fan. Spread formation on first down. Osborne hands off on the running play. The running back going over the left side and gets run out of bounds to stop the clock. He didn't get in the end zone, but he did gain positive yards. So we'll see where they spot the ball. Well, a yard.
Give him much, yeah.
A yard down to the 2.
It was Rothermick. He was the man in motion coming from right to left and trying to catch Salem off guard, giving the motion man the ball because I'm sure they were keying on Osborne, but they ran him wide, got him out of bounds.
Second and goal for the Bears. No timeouts left. Ball is at the Salem 2. Snap of the football. Handoff goes to the big guy. Did he get in? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Bears. Scotty Osborne from 2 yards out with 25 seconds left to go here in the first half. Gets the Bears back within 1. It's 13-12 now. So, good 2-minute offense by the Bears that time.
Set up pass play and a big penalty by the Tigers.
Yeah.
That gave the Bears a good chance.
Bears are going to just try for the 1 extra point here by kicking it. Ball is again, they had to eat it. Bad snap, and it's no good. So with 25 seconds left to go in the first half, our score is Salem 13, Willow Springs 12. We'll be back in 60 seconds for the Bear kickoff. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country, KUKU.
Hey, this is Steven at TLG Peterbilt in Willow Springs. We proudly support our Willow Springs Bears. Here at TLG Peterbilt, we offer an extensive lineup of replacement parts for all makes, all models of all trucks and all trailers in the industry. Uptime all the time. The Larson Group Peterbilt in Willow Springs. Find us online at tlgtrucks.com or visit us on US 60 in Willow Springs.
It's been said the best things in life are free, like free checking from West Plains Bank and Trust Company, including free mobile banking with deposit, free bill pay, free e-statements, and free Willow Springs Bears debit card that gives back to the school each time you use it to make a purchase. And, did I mention, you receive a free gift just for opening an account. Refer a friend who opens an account and you both get a free gift. View account details at westplainsbank.com. West Plains Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
You're listening to Bear Sports, Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
25 seconds left to go here in the first half. Salem leading the Bears 13-12. Bears to kick off after scoring a touchdown. Kickoff goes to a short man at the 32-yard line. He is in all kinds of trouble and brought down at the 28 as he went backwards instead of forwards. The Bears had good coverage on that.
Bears with an onside kick. I kind of like that call there. You might as well shot.
Yep.
The Bears, or the Tigers rather, fumbled it a little bit, but they were able to recover it. Tigers left 17 seconds here in the second quarter. if they want to do anything.
But the Tigers, I'd want to try that one.
They've got some
big pass play like they had earlier.
They've got some big receivers, and Connell has some targets, so I would definitely air it out if I were saying.
They got timeouts, too.
Yeah, one.
More than the Bears. Salem breaks the huddle, comes up to the line of scrimmage at their own 28, leading by a point. Connell out of the shotgun with two backs back there with him. Drops 3 steps. He does want to throw, and he's got all kinds of time. Lets it go. Got a man wide open. Incomplete. Bears finally caught up. The pass was late getting there. And two Bears caught up to double cover the receiver, but he was open for a while down about the Bear 30-yard line.
Well defended. Bears knocked it down. 8.7 seconds left now. Don't forget we'll have stats and our fall sports focus coming up at halftime. Stick around for that. Mr. Cochran and the Bear Pride Band getting ready to enter the field and entertain a nice crowd here at halftime.
The Trees of Dream halftime show?
Something like that. Pathways.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The road
Take
not
me
taken.
home, country roads.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. 2nd down and 10. Connell wants to throw again. He's in trouble, tries to set up a screen, and does so. Complete to the 35, 40, and out of bounds as the time expires here about midfield. So that ends the first half of play. We don't have any flags there. Don't believe we do.
No flags.
Ends the first half of play with the score, Salem 13, Willow Springs 12. We'll be back in 3 minutes. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country, KUKU.
Nurse practitioners at Cox Health Center in Willow Springs are offering extended hours on most days, opening at 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. Walk-ins are also welcome for nurse practitioner visits. Cox Health Center in Willow Springs, serving you with the top quality healthcare providers. Dr. Robert Shaw, Dr. Lori Clarkston, Naomi Dyke, FNP, Teresa Ward, FNP, Carla Clinton, FNP. Cox Health Center of Willow Springs is located on Main Street next to Booster Field.
Let me ask you something. What do you see when you look at your car? Do you just see the windshield or the wind in your hair on your first road trip? Do you see headlights or the way your family's faces light up as you pull into the driveway? Other insurance companies just see a car, but a State Farm agent sees what your car really means to you. So why not give it the protection it deserves?
Talk to me, State Farm agent Justin Shelby in West Plains at 417-256-3434, in Houston at 417-967-4152.
Simmons Bank is proud to support the Bears. Simmons believes that healthy, vibrant communities don't just happen on their own. They happen when people make investments in each other. Because we accomplish more together than we do alone. Simmons Bank, member FDIC.
The traditional light bulb, a groundbreaking invention in 1879. It's time we switch to longer-lasting Energy Star light bulbs. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
Nurse practitioners at Cox Health Center in Willow Springs are offering extended hours on most days, opening at 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. Walk-ins are also welcome for nurse practitioner visits. Cox Health Center in Willow Springs, serving you with the top quality healthcare providers. Dr. Robert Shaw, Dr. Lori Clarkston, Naomi Dyke, FNP, Teresa Ward, FNP, Carla Clinton, FNP. Cox Health Center of Willow Springs is located on Main Street next to Booster Field.
Hey, this is Steven at TLG Peterbilt in Willow Springs. We proudly support our Willow Springs Bears. Here at TLG Peterbilt, we offer an extensive lineup of replacement parts for all makes, all models of all trucks and all trailers in the industry. Uptime all the time. The Larson Group Peterbilt in Willow Springs. Find us online at tlgtrucks.com or visit us on US 60 in Willow Springs.
It's been said the best things in life are free, like free checking from West Plains Bank and Trust Company, including free mobile banking with deposit, free bill pay, free e-statements, and free Willow Springs Bears debit card that gives back to the school each time you use it to make a purchase. And, did I mention, you receive a free gift just for opening an account. Refer a friend who opens an account and you both get a free gift. View account details at westplainsbank.com. West Plains Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
You're listening to Bear Sports, Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
Welcome back. Halftime here at Polinsky Field as the Bears trail the Salem Tigers 13-12 at halftime. What's been a really good football game to this point. Penalty-free, practically. It's just a couple of penalties there. One big one against Salem was a pass interference call. But that's been it. I don't think the Bears have been penalized at all.
No, they haven't. 2 penalties for Salem, 0 for Willow.
So very clean half. Went fast, rapid, and close game. 13-12 here at halftime.
Scoring update. This is how it went. Only 1 touchdown in the first quarter. That belonged to the Bears on their opening drive. They went all the way to the end zone. Dedridge capped it off with a 3-yard touchdown run. Point after was no good, and that's been an issue tonight for the Bears. And we were talking. I don't know if it's a new long snapper or a new holder, but something's not quite right there. And then Cody Ward, who does a good job kicking extra points, has not made one yet.
Well, he hadn't had a chance
tonight because the snap's been muffled every time. So Dedridge with 3-yard touchdown run, 6-0 Willow at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, Salem would get on the board first of their 2 touchdowns in the second quarter. Connell with an 8-yard touchdown run. Point after was good. It was 7-6 Salem. And with 2 minutes to go in the half, Connell with an 88-yard touchdown pass that, that really caught the Bears off guard. And huge, biggest play of the night gave Salem a 13-6 lead after the point after was not good. But the Bears rallied, and they went into that 2-minute offense and did a great job getting it down the field. Big pass play to Justin Chaney, and then a penalty on the Tigers gave the Bears one more crack, and with 25 seconds left to go in the half, Osborne capped off a big half for Scotty with a 2-yard touchdown run. Again, the point after was no good, and that's where we are here at halftime, 13-12, Salem.
Okay. Stats.
We'll start with the Bears. 7 first downs for the Bears, and the offense was really powered by Scotty Osborne. Osborne, 17 carries for 104 yards in the first half.
Wow.
And you can look over that, and the biggest run for Scotty was 17 yards, and then he had a 13 and a 10. But other than that, they were all under 10 yards. But most of them were over 5. So it's that 5 to 10 yard rush every time he gets the ball.
Yeah.
Doing a great job, 1 touchdown to go along with those 104 yards. And feeling a little bad for the Bear Pride band now because they're having technical problems and aren't able to perform, it looks like. So maybe a tough night for the band. Mr. Cochran is not happy. Rothermick, 2 carries for 2 yards. Dedridge did have a rushing touchdown, but 3 carries and 3 yards for Owen as he was sacked a couple of times. Gavin Ferguson, 2 carries for 9 yards. And really, the Bears kept it on the ground for the most part. And they wanted to throw a little bit, but credit Salem with some good defensive backs, and the Bears just haven't been able to connect except for the one 45-yard pass play from Dedridge to Chaney. Otherwise, the Bear passing game has been shut out, just 1 of 8 for 45 yards in the first half.
All right, Salem Tigers. They've been throwing the ball a little bit more, but mostly they're on the ground
Not a lot.
The big 88-yard
right,
play.
That helps out a lot. Yeah. That helps Connell stats out a bunch. 2 for 4 is Connell for 108 yards, and he had 1 touchdown. That was that big 88-yard strike. And they've mixed it up on the ground. Camden is their speedster, 5 carries for 24 yards. But it's Connell, the quarterback, and he really drives this offense. 5 carries for 38 yards and a touchdown for Connell. He's had 1 rushing touchdown, 1 passing touchdown. Atchison, big fullback, got 3 carries for 6 yards.
I do feel sorry for the band. I
do too.
They got out there.
And
they've got their great performance and all their props that they have. They're all set up and ready to go. And technically, they have been unable to do it. Somebody bringing over something that
Cochran, I think, is bringing a generator over.
Bringing over something that maybe will help. I don't know.
Start the system here.
It's been a rough go here. That kind of fits 2020.
It does. It really does.
All right.
It's going to go wrong. It's going to go wrong.
Other scores from around the area? Do you have any of those or not?
Well, we have 1 dead phone and the other phone
that's
used
2020.
for broadcast.
Yeah.
At last report, Thayer was shutting out Kabul 14-0. We had not gotten a score yet on Mountain Grove and Liberty. That would have been an interesting score to have. And then Houston and Who am I missing?
Ava.
Houston and Ava. Ava was leading Houston 8-6 at last four. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was a close game. And really, there's been a lot of close SCA games this year. This is the year of the conference. And other than Thayer is the obvious favorite in the conference, but otherwise, I think just about all of the other 7 teams could beat each other on any given night. So kind of a rare parity in SCA football.
What's going on there? Football player.
Well, Martin Lea is he's a tuba player, and he's cashing in the tuba and going to talk to the guys. And now we're finally going to get something out of the band. I don't know if they're hooked up, but they're going to play something and entertain this crowd a little bit.
Okay. All right. Cardinals score, I guess they're
still 0-0 going into the bottom of the 5th. So the Padre bullpen has shut out the Cardinals.
Hey, guys, can you hear me?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, the Mountain View Liberty score, it is, they're at the half, and it's Liberty 14 over Mountain View 8.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mountain Grove 8. Yeah, okay.
Yes, I'm sorry.
8, yeah, all right. 14-8 Liberty over Kathy just updated his stats, so that's good.
Excellent.
We got an updated score. Liberty playing them close, too. Everybody's been playing close.
It's just that kind of year.
Yeah, just that kind of year. Certainly is. Okay, what time for our fall sports focus?
Yeah, let's do it. Which sport do you want to go to first? Volleyball's back, so we've got all fall sports to choose from.
Now you can hear the band in the background.
Take me home, Country Road.
Let's go to volleyball.
All right, volleyball had a couple of conference games this week. The JV girls with wins against Ava and Mountain Grove. Varsity girls lost against Ava, but it was a really tight match. I think it went a full 5 sets, and they came back with a good hard win against Mountain Grove last night in 4 sets. So the varsity girls split against a couple of good volleyball squads. Liz Sheehan is the Athlete of the Week nominee for varsity, and coach also said Aspen Crutchington for JV Athlete of the Week. So I want to throw that name in there too. And the volleyball girls have a really hard week coming up next week. They've got to play a bunch of rescheduled games from those 2 weeks off, and they travel all next week, Tuesday at Winona, Wednesday at Thayer, and then Thursday at Plato. So 3 nights in a row, 3 travel nights in a row for the volleyball girls. But Liz Sheehan doing a good job as the volleyball girls get a big SCA win. So she is Coach Collins' nominee for Athlete of the Week.
All right. Moving along to cross country.
All right, cross country.
They doing anything?
They've been pretty active.
Okay.
Surprisingly. The Hermitage Invitational from Saturday. Hermitage. That's a new one.
Where is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Varsity girls, Bethany Wagner came in 20th in the so she just...
I'm saying that must be a big meet if she came in 20th.
But Bethany still medaled, top 20 medaled. And then varsity boys, Simon Bolander came in 67th, and Hunter Hicks at 69th. So, yeah, obviously a pretty big meet.
Big meet, yeah.
So good effort by the Bear Cross Country team at Hermitage. And then they were at the Randall Hinkle Golf Course in Mountain Grove on Tuesday. Varsity girls, Bethany Wagner took second with a time of 21:33. And just looking at times, that's a minute better than what she did at Hermitage. So really good time for Bethany. Took second. And then the varsity boys, just outside of that medal, Simon Bolander took 23rd with a time of 21:05, and Hunter Hicks 32nd with a time of 21:57.
Those are 2 freshman boys, aren't they?
Yeah, the cross-country team is young. Nolan Perkins is in that mix, too. Not sure.
He's been
out for a little while, but now they've got 3 freshman boys on that cross-country squad. Next up is Tuesday for cross-country. Man, they're just going all the time. Now, Pleasant Hope Invitational at Pleasant Hope Middle School, and that'll be a varsity and a middle school race at 4 o'clock on Tuesday.
Okay, and the nominee for Wagner didn't make one?
Simon Bolander.
Okay.
Your nominee for Athlete of the Week. Simon's turning in some good times and getting a lot of good experience under his belt.
Okay, what's next? Softball?
Softball. Softball lost this week.
Yeah, well,
Coach Bunch didn't give me an update, but we know the update from softball.
Yeah, rough week.
It was a rough week. Monday they went to Van Buren, a team they had beaten in the Norwood tournament, but Norwood was ready, or Van Buren was ready for revenge, and they knocked the Bears around pretty good. Got a lot of hits, a lot of runs, and take the win on Monday. Tuesday, the Lady Bears played a good Salem softball team, and
I like the Salem fundamentals.
Man, they were
fundamentally, that was the strongest team I've seen all year.
The Lady Bears were right with them till about halfway through the game, and things started to unravel and got out of control. But and then last night, you were at Norwood.
Yes, I was.
Another team the Bears really felt like they had a chance to beat.
Yeah, they did.
Beat them in the summer, and Norwood's team is a little down this year, perennial powerhouse in softball, but they're kind of having a rebuilding year, and thought it would have been there, but not quite.
Not quite there. But in that game, if you want an athlete of the week from the...
Yeah, and we didn't get one from Coach Bunch, so you go ahead and nominate.
I'm going to nominate Tinsley, the catcher. Elisha Tinsley she was responsible really for all 6 runs that the Bears got. They got beat 10-6, and Elisha she had a couple of big hits that went all the way to the fence. 2 for 4 with 2 doubles, and responsible for all 6 of the runs that the Bears scored last night at Norwood.
Been a big hitter ever since she got back from quarantine. She is knocking the cover off the ball.
Yeah, she's good. So anyway, well, we could go back to Norwood too last week, and the Bears. We probably haven't said this, but the Bears did.
That's true. We weren't able to. That does fit in the time frame.
Yeah, it was after Friday night. So
congratulations to the softball girls on their second place finish at Norwood.
Yeah, we can.
One of the better
slide that in there because it officially was within the week.
You're right, it was. It was. So they did bring home a trophy for that day and got a couple of wins. So it was a good day. Knocked off Van Buren and Bakersfield, but Ava was Ava's story. That's who the Lady Bears will go to on Monday.
Yeah.
All right, tennis has had a big week.
Okay, let's go tennis.
I think they're going to put 3 minutes.
I hope they do.
But we got to talk about tennis. Tennis played West Plains on Monday and won 9-0.
Again?
Dominating the Scissors.
That's the second time.
They beat West Plains 18-0 during those 2 matches.
Oh, congratulations, Coach Cox and the team. That's great.
JV also got a win that day. Wednesday, they traveled to Waynesville, had a long, tough match, came away with a 5-4 win on the varsity side, and the JV won 5-0. So that shows you, we're just strong. Oh, yeah.
Strong.
Coach Cox is continuing to get it done. Today, they've switched it around a little bit in tennis. Used to, it was the team districts and then the individual districts. Well, they've switched it this year. Individual districts was today for the Lady Bear tennis team. And Taylor Reese and McKenna Cox won the district championship in doubles for the second out of the last 3 years. They were the runner-up last year, won it their sophomore year, won it again their senior year. So they're off to the state sectional round. So congratulations to Taylor Reese and McKenna Cox. And then McKiley Cox took 4th in singles. So great job for McKiley as well. But Taylor and McKenna, obviously, that's the athlete of the week.
Yes,
nomination. District double champions. They were undefeated this week. Next week, the team travels to Forsyth on Monday for the first round of team districts, and then state individual sectionals will be at the end of the week sometime. So good luck to Taylor and McKenna next week as they try to help the team advance, and they're in the state sectional tournament. So
we'll anxiously follow them. Yeah, great job, girls.
Yeah, there's one of them. Right there.
Yeah,
nice job. Athlete of the week. I'll go ahead.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Taylor and McKenna are athlete of the week, district doubles champs again. And congrats to all of our other nominees for athlete of the week: Liz Sheehan, Elisha Tinsley, and Simon Bolander.
Yep.
Good group of nominees. So McKenna Cox and Taylor Reese joined Bethany Wagner, Rayleigh Zimmerman, Emma Spence, and Scotty Osborne as our previous athlete of the week winner.
Okay, all right. That's going to just about do it for the fall sports focus. And again, for you listeners who may be from a long distance, we do this every game in the football season to focus our attention on the other sports that are going on at Willow Springs High School. And there are several of them, and we want to give them some recognition and certainly they're deserving of it.
Take a quick 30-second timeout and come back for the kickoff of the second half in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bear Football on KUKU.
United Country Ozarks Realty and Auction Group in Willow Springs is proud to sponsor Willow Springs Bears. Ozarks Realty and Auction Group is here to serve you. Whether you're selling your home or property or looking for your next farm, ranch, home, or hunting property. Local offices in Willow Springs, Kabul, Mountain Grove, Mountain View, and Mansfield, we are here to serve buyers and sellers in the entire Ozarks region.
No one knows the country like we do. United Country.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
Welcome back. The Bears get ready to kick off as Salem won the toss to start the game and deferred to the second half. They want the ball to start the second half. They lead 13-12 over the Bears. And what has been a good football game to this point. Cody Ward to kick off for the Bears. Tees it up at the 40-yard line. Two receivers back deep for Salem. They're standing at about their own 10. Ward from the 40-yard line gets a toe into it.
Didn't go 10 yards.
Didn't go 10 yards, I don't think. To the 50-yard line, or maybe even to the 49.
They touched it at the 49, so the Tigers will get some good field position as the kick didn't go far enough for the onside kick.
It was an onside kick that didn't work for the Bears. Gives the Salem Tigers excellent field position in Bear territory at the 49.
Well, that's a roll of the dice. Didn't go well for the Bears. Defense going to have to step up here. Tigers will have it in Bear territory to start the third quarter.
Tigers in Bear territory at the 49. Connell under center. It's a snap of the football, hands off to his tailback, and he looks like it's about 4 on the play.
Camden, the ball carrier. Camden stayed low, and he was able to kind of slide those 5 yards. So good 5-yard pickup for Camden.
Second down and 5 for the Tigers. They look to extend their lead over the Bears. Lead is 1 now, but they have the ball in Bear territory to start this third quarter on the failed attempt of the Bears onside kick. Connell under center. 2 back set behind him. Hand off to the tailback again. He hurdles would-be tacklers and gets a first down inside the 40 to the 37.
Camden with the carry. There is a flag on the play.
Saw him hurdle a Bear defender.
Yeah, it was an impressive play.
He was.
But I think it may be coming back. Definitely thrown in the direction of holding. Let's see what the official call is.
Man in the white hat is discussing with the other guys in the striped shirts what's to be done. Going to visit with 2 of the 4 other officials before he makes his call up here to the public. See what he has to say. Ball is marked down at the 40-yard line, so I guess that's where the penalty will be marked off from. Holding Salem.
I think it's going to be a personal foul.
Ooh, yeah, it is. Takes the ball all the way back to the Salem 44-yard line. Wow, that is a big penalty.
Yeah, huge penalty for the Tigers. They would have had a first down there, and now they're back in their own territory on second down. Penalties, well, we've only had 3 for the entire game, but 2 of them have really hurt the Salem Tigers.
Second down and 17, but the Tigers back at their own 44 now. Connell under center again. High formation. Hands off to his tailback. Gets about 7 on the play up to near midfield before he is brought down. It'll be third and long for the Tigers, just shy of midfield. I'm going to say the 48-yard line.
Camden again with the carry.
Going to get just inside the Bear 40, so it's going to be third and 13. Big play here for the Bear defense. Salem has been lining up in that quarterback under center formation, which would indicate non-passing, but now they drop back into the shotgun. It's more traditional with a spread formation. 3 wide receivers on third and 13. Connell wants to throw. Throws to his left. Over the middle. Picked off by the Bears. Was he out of bounds?
No, he got it.
Okay.
Wow.
Avery Stalba
on senior night, the senior with a big pick. And the Bears will take it back. It's their first turnover of the game, and not a good pass by Connell, who's made a couple of really good throws tonight, but that one was off the mark, and Stolba had a relatively easy pick.
Over the head of the intended receiver. So a 10-18 left to go in the third quarter. The Bears take over on the turnover at their own 43, 1st and 10. Dudridge brings them back out to the line of scrimmage. 2 wideouts. Hand off to the running back. He's hit and dropped for a loss on the play of about a yard. Back to the 42-yard line. It'll be second down and 11.
Well, Bears are going with what worked so well in the first half, and that's Scotty Osborne. He had 104 yards in the first half, and really Salem didn't have much of an answer for him, but they have obviously made some adjustments at halftime, and Bears went right to Scotty, and Salem was ready for it.
Second down and 11. Spread formation for the Bears this time. 3 wide receivers. Edridge wanted to throw, but there was a whistle.
Could be the first penalty of the night on the Bears.
Motion penalty, maybe. Mark it off from the 42. Be a 5-yard penalty against the Bears.
Yes.
Procedure, illegal procedure. Take the ball back to the 37, so the Bears are going the wrong direction here. They've got second down and 16.
First penalty of the night for the Bears. 9:40 to go, third quarter. Salem up 13-12.
Bears break the huddle with 15 seconds on the time, 25-second clock, lots of time here. Dudridge out of the shotgun, man in motion to the right. He goes back that direction, completes the pass to his receiver on that side. It goes for short yardage, maybe 7 or 8 yards up to about the 45. Be third down and long for the Bears.
The Bears get it back to a little beyond the original line of scrimmage, but give them a shot here on third and long.
Ball is
with the catch.
Ball is at the 45-yard line, third down and 8. Clock running with 8:54 left to go in the third quarter. What has been a rapidly moving football game with few interruptions, few flags.
Osborne comes out here on the third down and long.
Well, there goes your decoy. Third and long. Bears hurry to the line of scrimmage. Dudridge rolls to the near side of the field, got running room, takes off at the 50, and out of bounds he goes. And I think he got the first down.
He did. Great decision by Dudridge.
The field was open in front of him, and he had the option to run or throw, and he took the option to run and got the first down for the Bears at the 44-yard line of Salem. Pickup of 11.
Tigers backed everybody back and were expecting the pass. They were giving Dudridge time. Got a couple of good blocks up front, and when he started scrambling, he was going to get the first down.
First and 10 Bears, ball at the 44 of Salem. One of the wingmen in motion. Hand off up the middle, and it goes nowhere.
Gavin Ferguson got it back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all he could do. Tigers were crashing through the line.
He might have gained the length of a football.
Met with a wall.
That's about it. Second down and 10 for the Bears. In Salem territory at the Salem 44-yard line. Bears, after the turnover, trying to move down and get in that red zone again. Hand off to the wingback as he rolls around the right side. Got a little running room and got some good blocking over there inside the 40 down to the 37-yard line. Good run.
Cody Ward with the carry, and that play looked like it was going to be dropped for a loss.
It did.
And credit Ward for making something out of that. You're right, he did get a couple of good blocks down there. The Bears really made something out of nothing.
So third down and 4 for the Bears. Manageable situation inside the 40-yard line of Salem.
Probably 4-down territory.
I would say so. If you're going to onside kick to start the half.
Yeah.
Third down and 4 for the Bears. There's the snap of the football. Dudridge to throw. caught inside the 30 at the 20 and inside the 20 down to the 17. A juggling act, but he hung on and made the reception for a Bear first down.
Well, if you're watching it on YouTube tonight, you can see what happened, but trying to describe it is a little harder. Average pass was tipped by Camden, and it looked like Camden was going to get the interception, to be honest, but he tipped it and tipped it back to Ward, who managed to hang on to it. Great catch by Cody.
21-yard pickup on the play to the Salem 16. 1st and 10 Bears there. Dudridge looks over the signs and now hands off to the big back as he gets inside the 10-yard line, just rambling down there as he went over the left side of his line.
He lowered his head, and boy, you could just see the coaching staff. Okay, we've made a couple of passes now. All right, let's get Osborne back in there. And that's what a couple of successful passes opens up that running game back.
Pickup of 7 on the play. Ball is at the Salem 9-yard line. 2nd down and 3 for the Bears. Dudridge has 2 wideouts, one on either side of him with a wing on the near side. Hand off to Osborne again. Crashes through, still on his feet at the 5. And they wrestle him down finally and drive him backwards. But the big man's hard to bring down.
He is. They had contact right at the line of scrimmage, but Osborne just kept bumping his feet.
Did he get the first?
He's going to be close. I think he's going to be a yard short.
Okay.
And he had it. The Bears still in good shape here, but again, they've had some issues in the red zone. So
3rd down, a yard to go for the Bears. Ball at the Salem 6-yard line. Bears trying to
measure it.
I thought he had it, but that's just me from a long ways off. Timeout is called by the official. And that chain gang's getting their workout because they have to come all the way across the field for the 3rd time tonight.
Didn't we just say earlier in the year that they don't do this anymore? And maybe it's just the officiating crews. I don't know. But these guys like to measure.
And it's a lot of work for those guys on the chain gang.
Well, it is. Mitch McDaniel's down there and Mr. Osborne. And they got it.
First and goal for the Bears. Ball is at the Salem 6-yard line. So Mitch is one of them. Who's the other guy?
Mr. Osborne.
Oh, of course.
Shooter and Scotty's dad.
Yeah. He's probably likes the view from the chain gang of his boys out there playing football.
Well, parent that's got a kid playing, that keeps them busy, right?
Yeah, keeps your mind occupied.
Yeah.
1st and goal for the Bears. Ball at the Salem 6-yard line. Dudridge out of the shotgun. Osborne back there with him on 1st and goal. Osborne rolls to his right. Wants to throw in the end zone. Broken up. Incomplete.
Dangerous pass for Dudridge. There were a lot of white jerseys over there.
I thought he might have tucked it and run.
Yeah, Tigers had a great chance of picking that off. Couldn't do it, and there's a dodged a few bullets with near interceptions tonight.
So 2nd and goal for the Bears once again inside the Salem 6-yard line. Clock stops at 4:45 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Salem leading the Bears 13-12. Bears threatening here.
Another close game. That's all the Bears have played this year, other than that first week blowout at Clever.
Snap of the football. Handoff goes up the middle.
Osborne.
Osborne's got it, and he's inside the 5, down to about the 2-yard line. So 2 more downs for the Bears to try to get it in to the end zone. 3rd down and goal. Going to spot the ball on the 3-yard line.
There's the chance to regain the lead. 4:20 left to go 3rd quarter, trailing 13-12.
Salem has been tough down here inside the red zone.
They have been. Thin but don't break defense. Bears have a couple more cracks at it.
From the 3-yard line, Dudridge gets a quick snap. That doesn't go anywhere.
Backwards. Osborne lost a yard.
Yeah, that didn't go anywhere at all. Wow. I don't know whether there's a mix-up on the handoff or what, but that was a ugly looking play, and the Bears lost yardage, and it's 4th and goal.
Wow. Osborne had to come to a full and complete stop when he got the ball, and if you have to stop, then
you're in trouble.
You're in trouble. The Tiger defense was not fooled, and now the Bears are going to have to get a little deeper in the playbook.
Loss of 2 on the play, or loss of 1 back to the 4-yard line. 4th down, and this is it, do or die for the Bears as far as scoring goes. Head around to the left side. The quarterback pitches late, and it's just ugly. Salem had that covered so well. Salem will take over at the 11. They lost 6 on a 4th down play. Terrible.
Rothermick took the pitch, but he already had a couple of Salem Tigers on his back. So Tigers will take over, and the Bears again with a failed drive in the red zone.
3:11 left to go in the third quarter after all that long drive and the turnover. But nothing. Hats off to the Salem defense for playing well down there when it counted. They break the huddle. 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. Connell in there at quarterback. Is back in the shotgun formation. Pitches to the running back, and he's brought down with a great tackle at the 6-yard line. Bears force a loss there of 4.
Camden was the recipient of the pitch, but Taylor Rothermick with a good open field tackle to bring him down for a loss.
Back to the 7-yard line. It will be 2nd down and 13 for the Tigers. Again, the clock, man, it's just rolling here. We're down to 2.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Still 13-12. Tigers break the huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage, showing 2 wideouts to the far side of the field. Connell in the shotgun has 2 backs in there with him. Hands off to the second back, who gets into the Bears secondary and gets close to a 1st down out near the 20-yard line.
Drug a couple guys with him. Stolba eventually brought him down, but Camden with a good run.
Bear down there slow getting up. On his feet now.
Took a little while to get up, but he is up and moving off the field. It is a 1st down for the Tigers. 13-yard run for Camden.
Gets him out to the 20. Cody Ward is still coming off the field, takes his helmet off. He's kind of beat up down there. Tough kid. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 20-yard line. 2:11 left to go in the third quarter. They're leading 13-12. Connell gets the snap of the football and breaks a couple of tackles. Gets up to the 25, maybe the 26-yard line.
McConnell with a good run. Bears had contact in the backfield, and Connell did a great job to get out of it and ended up picking up 7 yards on the play.
2nd down, 3 yards to go with the Tigers.
Padres leading the Cardinals 1-0 in the top of the 7th inning now in San Diego.
Not going to say anything about that. 2nd down and 3 here. Connell out of the shotgun with 2 backs in there with him. 1 wide receiver gets the snap of the football, keeps it, and on a reverse, all alone out there. Another 1st down for Connell as he gets up to the 35-yard line. Did a great job of sending everybody left, and he went right by himself.
Yeah, Connell makes this offense go, and Tigers
he wasn't
picking up yards.
Wasn't even on the roster. No.
And again, apologies for that, not knowing who the guy's name was to start the game.
He wasn't there.
Well, he's doing a good job for the Tigers. With a 1-point lead and 1:12 to go third quarter.
1st and 10 from their own 35. Connell in there under center now. Moves back to that formation. Gets the snap. Pitches to his tailback, who's looking for running room. Gets it into the Bears secondary. Still on his feet. He may be gone. He's at the 20 and down at the 15-yard line. Bears ran him down from behind, but a big, big run for Camden.
Camden, 30-yard run there, and he did a good job weaving through traffic. Bears couldn't get a hit on him. Camden's got the Tigers in the red zone. Biggest running play of the night.
49-yard run, I call it, all the way down to the 16-yard line. First and 10 for the Tigers at the Bears 16. So all of a sudden we've switched ends of the field here. Late in the third quarter. Full house backfield for the Tigers. Connell trying to mix it up, and the Bears were there to bring down the pitch man for a loss back to the 18-yard line. As Connell tried to mix it up, show some misdirection, but the Bears didn't bite. Loss of 2 on the play. Could be the final play of the third quarter coming up. As we're down to 17 seconds, and I think it is. I think the Tigers are going to
walk off the field.
They're going to walk off the field with 10 seconds to go. So that is the end of the third quarter with our score. Salem 13, Willow Springs 12. Back for fourth quarter action in 60 seconds. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country, KUKU.
Hey, this is Steven at TLG Peterbilt in Willow Springs. We proudly support our Willow Springs Bears. Here at TLG Peterbilt, we offer an extensive lineup of replacement parts for all makes, all models of all trucks and all trailers in the industry. Uptime all the time. The Larson Group Peterbilt in Willow Springs. Find us online at tlgtrucks.com or visit us on US 60 in Willow Springs.
It's been said the best things in life are free, like free checking from West Plains Bank and Trust Company, including free mobile banking with deposit, free bill pay, free e-statements, and free Willow Springs Bears debit card that gives back to the school each time you use it to make a purchase. And, did I mention, you receive a free gift just for opening an account. Refer a friend who opens an account and you both get a free gift. View account details at westplainsbank.com. West Plains Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action about to get underway here at Willow Springs with the Tigers leading the Bears 13-12. And they have the ball as we start this fourth quarter. Ball is at the 18-yard line of the Bears with a second down and 12 for the Tigers. Right there. So Tigers have moved the ball. They took this ball to their own 10 and have run it down the field. Connell out of the shotgun. 2 backs in there with him. He just keeps the football and breaks tackles and goes out of bounds finally down there. But he broke tackles. Bears should have had him in the backfield, couldn't get him.
Broke a couple tackles, then ran into his own player and still managed to get good yardage. But if he hadn't ran into his own player, I think he would have had a first down and maybe even a touchdown. As it is, 6-yard gain for Connell.
All the way down to the 10-yard line. It'll be third down and 4 for the Tigers. They break the huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage. 2 wide outs to the far side of the field. Third and 4. Connell keeps the ball, and he's going to keep it in the end zone. Touchdown. He's in, isn't he?
He is. They're going to throw a flag late. They're going to throw that on the Bears, I think, and the player made the tackle after Connell had already cleared the end zone.
Well,
but
it was all right near the goal line.
He was trying to make the tackle. There wasn't anything, and Connell got up, and they slapped each other on the helmet. They're good with it, so I don't think there was anything malicious about that.
Yeah, they're going to call personal foul on the Bears.
Okay.
So, touchdown for the Tigers. Puts them on top by a score of 19-12 with 11:42 left to go in the ball game. I don't understand that penalty at all.
No, I don't like that. They're just playing football. There was nothing, and that's Tafson Thompson, and he's asking the official, what did you want me to do there?
Tigers going to go for the extra point here. Try to kick it through the uprights, leading by 8 or 7. They could easily lead by 8 if they get this extra point try here. Ball is down, and the kick is up, and it is good. So, with 11:42 left to go in the ball game, it's Salem 20, Willow Springs 12. Back for the Salem kickoff in 60 seconds. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country, KUKU.
7-day-a-week savings on your groceries and, that great customer service. You already know that I'm talking about G&W Foods in Willow Springs, don't you? And if you need a special cut or order in that meat department, just ask. Cookouts and barbecues for whatever occasion, no problem. They have everything you need at G&W, right down to the charcoal. And well, don't get me started on that extra fresh produce. They'll even carry your groceries out to your car for you. Check out their weekly ad today, G&W in Willow Springs.
And there's a flag on the play.
Ozarks Medical Center orthopedic surgeons Dr. Jolly and Dr. Roeder specialize in sports injuries, hip, knee, shoulder, and hand surgeries, as well as total joint replacements. Podiatrist Dr. Goodman specializes in foot and ankle surgeries. If your doctor's recommending orthopedic care, choose OMC Orthopedics. For more information, call 417-256-1745.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
Welcome back to Bear football. The Tigers leading the Bears 20-12 with 11:42 left to go in the ball game. Tigers will get to kick off from the Bear 45-yard line after the 15-yard penalty was assessed. And they're going to kick it high and deep into the end zone. Of course, so Bears will take it over at their own 20, trailing by 8.
Connell has had all 3 touchdowns tonight for the Tigers, and he has really been he's been the MVP for Salem. 2 rushing touchdowns and a throwing touchdown, and their defense kind of collapsed on that last drive, and now the offense is going to have to help them out. Their offense has had multiple opportunities in the red zone, but they only have scored twice. But the silver lining for the Bears, if you're looking for one, still just down by one score here, if they can get the 2-point conversion to go with it.
1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Bears with the football. Hand off to Osborne. Nothing. Got 2 on the play up to the 22. I don't think that plays. Well, you got to go to your horse, though, don't you? I guess that's the thinking.
He's been good tonight, and Salem, though, has made the right adjustments. We'll give him 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Again, the Bears without head coach Logan Swallam tonight, and also defensive coordinator Vince McCroskey.
2nd down and 8 from the 22-yard line. Bears put 2 wideouts, one on either side of Dedridge, who puts a man in motion to the right. Dedridge wants to throw, dumps it off short, and it's a short gain on the play. Maybe no gain at all. 3rd down and 8.
Rothermich with the catch. They'll move the chains just a little bit. We'll give him a yard. The Dedridge now 4 of 12 on the night for 75 yards.
Ball at the 23-yard line. 3rd down and 7 for the Bears, who break the huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage. Double wing set this time, 1 wide receiver, wingman in motion. Dedridge goes that way, throws on the run, got a man open, but it's incomplete, 4th down.
Cody Ward, the intended receiver, and
double covered.
He had no chance at making a play on that. And the Bears will go 3 and out deep in their own territory, and Salem will get it back.
That's the exact opposite of what Salem did deep in their own territory. They took it 90 yards.
Yeah, momentum is all Salem right now.
Mm-hmm. Osborne to kick it away, standing inside his 10-yard line, trying to get a good snap here. It's not a good snap. Dribbled along the ground, but he still got it away somehow. Takes a Salem bounce, but it's going to be in Bear territory where the Tigers put it in play at the Bear 47, already leading 20-12. 10:07 left to go in the football game.
Salem made some good adjustments, obviously, at halftime. This looks like just a different and a better offense in the second half. They've caught the Bear defense off guard. They'll try to get that all-important touchdown here if the Tigers can put another score on the board. It's going to make it really tough on the Bears with 10 minutes to play.
Connell under center, 2 backs behind him in the eye, 1 wide receiver. Hands off to the tailback. He's gone.
Missed tackle. My goodness.
He is down, finally brought down inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. I think the Bear willpower is...
It's been a rough second half here. Camden just blew through several Bear defenders, and he's got some speed. He's a good athlete, but the Bears not making tackles either. And that's a big gainer on first play from scrimmage on this possession.
18 yards down to the Bear 25. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Connell out of the shotgun now. Little high snap from center. Fakes the handoff. Keeps the ball. And, boy, he is going, isn't he? Inside the 10-yard line down to the 8. What a run. He's taken over the game.
Connell with another 16 yards.
1st and goal for the Tigers. They try to put this game on ice.
Tigers have found something they like with Connell and Camden, just kind of alternating those two guys, and it's working really well here.
Bears are missing a lot of tackles, too.
Yeah.
1st and goal for the Tigers at the Bear 9-yard line. Connell gets the snap, hands off up the middle.
Atchison with the carry, different back.
Down to about the 7.
Atchison's not had a lot of success tonight, but take a little pressure off the other two.
Well, if you're a Bear fan, you're saying, what do we do now? You know?
Right?
Wow.
Every week is a different issue for the Bears, it seems like.
2nd down and goal from the 7 for the Tigers. Connell under center this time. Gets the snap, pitches to his tailback, finds running room on the right side.
Camden is into the end zone.
And he's in for a score. Wow, that didn't take long, did it?
No, it did. Camden's the first guy from Salem not named Connell to get a touchdown tonight. Connell certainly helped set that up, but Camden's had a good game, too, so he deserves to get in on the action.
They just felt the deflation come into the Bears here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you really have.
Especially after they didn't score when they had a chance to take the lead down there. And had a 1st and goal and couldn't put it in the end zone. You just felt the deflation go into the Bears. Salem up now 26-12. We'll try to tack on the extra point. Kick is good. So with 8:29 left to go in the ball game, it's Salem 27 and Willow Springs 12. We'll be back for the Salem kickoff in 60 seconds. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country, KUKU.
It's been said the best things in life are free, like free checking from West Plains Bank and Trust Company, including free mobile banking with deposit, free bill pay, free e-statements, and free Willow Springs Bears debit card that gives back to the school each time you use it to make a purchase. And, did I mention, you receive a free gift just for opening an account. Refer a friend who opens an account and you both get a free gift. View account details at westplainsbank.com. West Plains Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
If you find yourself in the situation where you need to have your engine repair rebuilt, go to Midnight Auto Repair. Your brakes repaired? Midnight Auto Repair. Oil change and inspections? Midnight Auto Repair. Or just if your check engine light is on, take your vehicle to Midnight Auto Repair. They are there to repair your vehicle with great friendly service. Visit them at Midnight Auto Repair, 401 West Abe Taylor Street, West Plains. Or call and make an appointment today at 256-0099.
You're listening to Bear Sports, Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
8:29 left to go, and what was a 13-12 game for a long time, it suddenly turned into a 27-12 game in favor of the Salem Tigers. They kick off here in the 4th quarter to the Bears. Bears take it inside the 10, out to the 20, 25, and out to about the 29-yard line. Good coverage by the Salem defense there on the kickoff. Bears will put it in play 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line, trailing by a couple of touchdowns now.
Two teams have really just trended in opposite directions in the second half. The Bears really statistically with the better offensive first half. But second half's been brutal for the Bears, and meanwhile, Salem can't miss. Leading 27-12, 8:21 to play.
Next week, Bears hit the road to Houston. Take on the Tigers. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Snap of the football. And the quarterback coming to the near side of the field and shoves it down the field. And who's got it?
Intercepted. Tigers have it.
For the Tigers at the 43. Threw into double coverage there. Tigers come away with the ball. Man, that's tough.
First turnover of the night for the Bears.
Puts the defense right back out on the field where they have not been performing well in the last few minutes. Salem will get the ball back at their own 44-yard line, already leading 27-12 in what has become a bit of a debacle for the Bears here in this late in the ball game. 13-12 for just a long time. Bears intercepted that pass in the start the third quarter and drove down the field. Couldn't score, and after that, it's been all Salem.
Yeah, you're right. That was the point in this game where everything changed.
Connell under center now. Hands off to his little running back, Camden. He gets a couple of yards up to the 47-yard line.
Forward progress, they'll get about 4. And the Bears were much better against the run in the second half, or the first half, limiting the Tigers to 2 or 3 yards a pop. But here in the second half, that 4-yard run was about the best the Bear defense has done.
Second down from the 48-yard line for the Tigers, their own territory. Connell moves now back into the shotgun formation. Waiting for the snap. Gets it. Keeps it. And about a first down. Almost got a first down. Probably did at the Bear 46. That's where he is brought down. He is tough to bring down.
Connell, and he hurdled a Bear defender, much like Camden did earlier. That one was called back, but this one stands, and he'll be very close to a first down.
I may have to measure again.
Why not? Clock stopped briefly at 7:19 to play, and they either need to measure it or wind the clock, and now they're going to go ahead and measure it. Bears will be in Houston next week, and hopefully our full coaching staff will be on hand for that one. The Bears have not played a game with their whole team and their whole coaching staff since week 1. And, that does impact things. I'm making excuses for the Bears, but certainly you need everybody where they're supposed to be. Tigers went through a lot of COVID challenges. That's the first down for the Tigers. They've had to cancel a couple of games, but they'll be ready for the Bears next week. And then the Bears, after that, will be home for their final home game against Thayer. And then they'll travel to Ava for their Week 9 game before the district playoff.
First and 10 for the Tigers from the Bear 46-yard line. Connell out of the shotgun. A little high snap there, but he brings it down. He's just taken off. Turns the corner down there. Run out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
He's the kind of quarterback you get in a game like this and makes it really easy on a coach because he can just say, you just take care of it. Just run it.
Stops the clock at 6:54 left in the ball game, and what was a rapidly moving game is now slowed down, probably for Bear fans in particular. This fan in particular. Gain on the play down to the 40-yard line. Be second down and 4 for the Tigers. Ball at the Bear 40-yard line. Connell out of the shotgun. 2 backs in there with him. He's going to keep it. Nope, pitched it late. Great pitch. And the running back down to the 30, and he may go all the way.
There's a flag down at the 30, and I think that's coming back for holding. But it was a great pitch from Connell. He was willing to take the hit. He knew the hit was coming and took it, pitched it right as he was getting hit. And they'll still be flags at the 30.
I'm going to take it back to about the original line of scrimmage, or where the line of scrimmage was when the play started. And they'll repeat the down. It really would be just a repeat play, if that's what it is. Don't know for sure. They're all huddled up down there at the Bear 25-yard line talking about the guys in the striped shirts.
they've done a good job tonight, very deliberate and like to measure, but otherwise they've done a good job not throwing a lot of penalty flags.
Oh, they call that in the end zone, didn't they? The Bears tackled the player in the end zone, so they called him for personal foul.
Down will be replayed, offsetting penalty.
It was going to be anyway. It was just a one penalty.
That doesn't really affect them too much because it would have been at the 40 anyway.
I guess you're not allowed to tackle a guy in the end zone. Is that it?
Once
they cross
the plane, I guess, and the official signals touchdown, I guess you can't hit them. And now the Bears, I think, are going to call a timeout here. No, Salem will call a timeout with 6:42 to play. Tigers lead the Bears 27-12.
Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country KUKU.
Hey, this is Steven at TLG Peterbilt in Willow Springs. We proudly support our Willow Springs Bears. Here at TLG Peterbilt, we offer an extensive lineup of replacement parts for all makes, all models of all trucks and all trailers in the industry. Uptime all the time. The Larson Group Peterbilt Willow Springs. Find us online at tlgtrucks.com or visit us on US 60 in Willow Springs.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
6:42 left to go in the ball game with the Bears trailing the Tigers 27-12. Tigers with the ball at the Bear 40-yard line, facing a 2nd down and 4. Tigers break the huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage. And you guys didn't really want to listen to that Cardinal game anyway.
No, you didn't. We're not even going to update that, but just know that it's not better. You're not listening to it.
Connell under center, hands off to the tailback, and the Bears finally make a tackle.
It's a good tackle. Gavin Ferguson on the stop. Atchison with the carry.
They give him no gain on the play.
Not a loss, just about a half a yard.
Yeah. So it'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Tigers. Ball still at the Bear 40-yard line. Sure, the Tigers like to put another one in the end zone.
No, absolutely.
Pilots pack it on, you know. You got to score a lot to get in these district brackets and make your point. So, 3rd down and 4, spread formation. Connell gets the snap of the football and keeps it and got the 1st down. Down he went finally as he got to the Bear 34-yard line.
Connell fumbled the snap and still managed to recover it and get a 1st down at about 7 yards.
Ball to the Bear 34-yard line. That moves the chain gang. Sticks move down to the 34. Clock moving with inside of 6 minutes left to go in the football game. This half certainly has gone a lot slower than the first half did. Connell goes back under center now with 2 wide receivers on the far side. 2 running backs behind him. And whistles blow.
A lot of movement on both sides. I think Salem had a man in motion that they shouldn't have. That's what it is.
5-yard
delay of game. Sorry.
5-yard penalty against the Tigers. Takes the ball back to the 40 or 39-yard line. Then a 1st and 15 for the Tigers there.
Penalty stops the clock. 5:23 to play. And the Bears will be in Houston next week to take on the Tigers.
Connell under center. 1st and 15. 2 backs behind him. Hands off to the 2nd back. Boy, the Bears are there to meet him. And down he goes for a loss of a couple on the play.
Bears came on a blitz, and Scooter Osborne got through first. And he met the running back head on. Dropped him.
2-yard loss on the play. 2nd down and 18, they say. So a loss of 3 on that last play. When's basketball season coming around?
Oh, late November.
Okay. Salem breaks the huddle Connell out of the shotgun. Two backs in there with him. Quick throw to the near side of the field. Completes it. And the Bears contain it for no gain practically on the play. The third down and long for the Tigers.
Connell now 3 of 6 passing, but that one big 88-yard strike was huge.
Third down and 17 for the Tigers. Give them a yard gain on that last play. Two players coming in from the sideline for the Tigers into the huddle with 10 seconds left on the play clock. They break the huddle and come up to the line of scrimmage. Two wideouts near side of the field. Bears get to the line of scrimmage, and Connell wants to throw. Backing up, he has the pass thrown over to the near side and complete down to the 35-yard line, but they're going to say it's a 33. Okay. Good forward progress there, but still well short of a first down. It'll be fourth down coming up.
Fourth down coming up, and the Bears will call a timeout, I believe, to talk about it.
Okay, let's take a quick 30-second time in here. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country, KUKU.
From power to performance, see the L-Series tractors from Edgeler and Harper Farm Equipment and Kubota. The Kubota L3901 and Kubota L3301 give you the features you need to get the job done. Right now, get 0 down and 0% APR for 84 months now through 10/31. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information. See Edgeler and Harper today in Mountain Grove and West Plains.
2 names you can trust, Edgeler and Harper and Kubota, West Plains and Mountain Grove.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
3 minutes, 43 seconds left in this one with the Tigers leading the Bears 27-12. Bears scored first in this game, led 6-0. And the Tigers made it 13-6. Bears came back with a touchdown, made it 13-12 at half, and it stayed that way for a long time. But Salem's taken over here in the second half. And they have a fourth down and 9 at the Bear 33-yard line, so that's where we resume play here. Connell lines up in the they show punt. I don't know if they're going to do it or not. They do punt it, pooch punt. And hits inside the 10. We'll pick it up.
I don't think he got it before it got into the end zone. They're going to mark it dead at the half-yard line. I really thought it hit the end zone. But I guess they've got a better view than we do, but I really thought that hit the mark, hit the plane of the end zone before he touched it. But they're going to mark it right on the line. Right on the goal line.
Well, it'd be an excellent opportunity for the Tigers to pick up a safety here.
Yeah. I mean, the nose of the football is on the goal line.
Well, if it is, it should be a touchback, but I guess it's not quite on that on that chalk line down there. Anyway, the Bears got the football back. That's the good news. Bad news is it's lying on the goal line. First and 10 for the Bears. All the Bears line up in the end zone. Snap of the football. They hand it off to the big guy, and he gets out of there a little bit. Gets them a little running room out to about the 3-yard line. Osborne with the carry.
Osborne got a couple. He's had a good game, but the Tigers have done a much better job on him in the second half. He had 104 yards in the first half. Second half, just 20.
3-yard gain on the play. Be second down and 7 for the Bears from the 3-yard line. Second down and 7. In the end zone. Oh, he got it out of there. Dudridge got it out of there before he was tackled and completes the pass, and it goes all the way up to the 26-yard line.
Cody Ward with the reception.
Oh, man, that was so close to being a safety. Dudridge had him hanging on him in the end zone. He finally got it out of there. Cody Ward caught the ball in traffic out to the 24-yard line, so a 21-yard gain on the play, first and 10 for the Bears.
Little late game magic. At least to get him out of the
I got him out of the hole. Yeah.
the goal line.
1st and 10, Bears, ball at the 24-yard line. And the Bears throw it out here to the near side. Catch is made. Short gain for Rothermick as he got up over the 25 to the 27-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. Ball is at the 27, 2nd down, 7.
Clock running at 2:20 left to play in the ball game.
Bears line up in a heavy offense on the right side. Now they put a man in motion left and hand off up the middle to Osborne. Breaking a few tackles, gets up over the 30 to about the 31-yard line. Short gain on the play, but good gain for Osborne considering all the traffic he was in.
And they're going to give him good forward progress. End up about a 5-yard gain for Osborne. And the Bears will take a timeout. They'll have one left. When we come back, 2-minute warning here at Polinsky Field. Salem leading 27-12.
Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country, KUKU.
Foster's Auto Body, Muffler, and 24-hour wrecker service is in Willow Springs and proud to support the Willow Springs Bears. If you need a windshield replaced, Foster's Auto Body, Muffler, and 24-hour wrecker service is definitely the place to go. Foster's Auto Body, Muffler, and 24-hour wrecker service. When you need help, they're there to help you. 469-1255.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
2 minutes, 2 seconds left to go in this one, and the Bears face a 3rd and 3 from their own 31-yard line, trailing 27-12 to the Salem Tigers. Owen Dudridge gets the snap, drops back 3 steps, and fires long. Got a man open down there. Knocked away by the Salem defender, who then falls down on the turf. Gets up a little embarrassed, but back to his, knowing he done a good job, he's all right. 4th down and 3.
Ward, the intended receiver, but very well covered and deflected by Salem. The Bears 4th down here.
Wonder what happened to Tafton this week. They haven't gone to him hardly at all.
No, that's a valid question.
He was a key player
a weapon last week.
So I don't know.
And it may be a matchup issue where Salem may put their best guy on Tafton this week.
4th and 3, the Bears going to go for it here with 1:54 left. And some
whistles blew. I didn't see a flag. Well, there's one from the backfield.
I think the Bears moved, maybe.
Delay of game on the Bears.
No, delay of game. You can't have that. Nope. It'll be 4th down and 8 from the 26-yard line for the Bears. Terrible mistake made there. Dudridge out of the shotgun on 4th and 8. Bootlegs, goes around the right side. Throws, got a man open down there. He's got it. And all the way down to the Salem 34-yard line.
Cody Ward. He's got a little magic. Got a 40-yard pass play from Dudridge to Ward.
From the 26 all the way down to the 33-yard line of Salem. So a big pass play for the Bears there. That's probably their second biggest of the night, I guess. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line for the Bears. Dudridge gets the snap of the football, hands off to the big guy. Not much there for Scotty Osborne as he gets down to close to the 30-yard line. Bears can't stop the clock. Yeah, they can. They got one more, don't they? And they take it right here. Did they take it, or did Salem take it?
They took it, and the scoreboard says we still have one. I thought that would have been the last one for the Bears, but the scoreboard still showing one timeout after this. But the Bears have taken a timeout, 1:24 to play. Salem leading 27-12.
Okay, back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country, KUKU.
Bailey Shipping GMC, home of the Bailey Faction.
And after the Friday night football game, breaking news, Bailey Chevrolet now offers Saturday service for you, our customers. Call or come by and make your Saturday oil change appointment now. The Bailey service team is waiting for you.
Call 693-1111. Bailey team is gonna get it done.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
Second down and 7 for the Bears with 1:24 left to go in the football game. They're at the 30-yard line of Salem, then trailing 27-12. Snap of the football. Dudridge rolls to his right and then fires into the end zone. It's intercepted by the Salem Tigers.
Wow.
And that'll just about do it.
Dudridge took a huge hit as he threw that ball. They're not going to throw a flag on that, but, man, that was a monster hit that he took right at the 40-yard line, and he is down. Tigers with the interception and have won this game, but Bears concerned about their quarterback.
He's down at the 40-yard line. Now gets to his feet.
Big hit, and I would suspect that most anybody would be slow getting up after that hit. So Owen will walk off on his own power. Salem will take the ball, probably take a knee a couple times, and call it good. Get out of here with a win. And for the Bears, I mean, it's been another close game, but another loss. Send the Bears to 1-5 on the season.
1-6.
1-5. I went back and looked. And
Okay.
I was right the first time. It shouldn't have changed.
Okay.
Like it makes sense. That Week 10 being district game, I start thinking, we've only got 3 games left, so we must be in.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this is Week 6.
Feels like 6 losses.
Right?
Too.
Yeah, it does. Seems like a long time ago that we got that win the first week of the season.
Salem will take the ball over at the 10-yard line. 1:14 on the clock, but basically this one's over. You're right. Connell takes a knee. And
nice win for Salem. They're 3-3 now on the season.
Gets them back in the win column.
Absolutely. They played a lot of close games, too, so they'll be happy to come out on the right side of this.
Inside of a minute left to go, they'll have to snap it again before they can call this a night. Play clock's down to 20 seconds, 48 on the game clock. 27-12 as the Tigers rule the second half and come out of this one victorious. Play clock down to 5. They line up, and Connell takes the knee. And that's it. That's going to be the ball game because the 35-second clock is in effect, and there's only 25 on the clock. So that's going to be it. That's a ball game as the Tigers win it over the Bears, 27-12. We'll be back to wrap it up in 60 seconds. Or you want 2 minutes?
Let's take 2 minutes.
2 minutes. You're listening to Bear Football on Classic Country, KUKU.
Simmons Bank is proud to support the Bears. Simmons believes that healthy, vibrant communities don't just happen on their own. They happen when people make investments in each other. Because we accomplish more together than we do alone. Simmons Bank, member FDIC.
The traditional light bulb, a groundbreaking invention in 1879. It's time we switch to longer-lasting Energy Star light bulbs. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
Hey, this is Steven at TLG Peterbilt in Willow Springs. We proudly support our Willow Springs Bears. Here at TLG Peterbilt, we offer an extensive lineup of replacement parts for all makes, all models of all trucks and all trailers in the industry. Uptime all the time. The Larson Group Peterbilt in Willow Springs. Find us online at tlgtrucks.com or visit us on US 60 in Willow Springs.
It's been said the best things in life are free, like free checking from West Plains Bank and Trust Company, including free mobile banking with deposit, free bill pay, free e-statements, and free Willow Springs Bears debit card that gives back to the school each time you use it to make a purchase. And, did I mention, you receive a free gift just for opening an account. Refer a friend who opens an account and you both get a free gift. View account details at westplainsbank.com. West Plains Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
You're listening to Bear Sports on Classic Country 100.3 KUKU, Willow Springs.
Welcome back to Polinsky Field after the game, after senior night here for the Willow Springs Bears. And the seniors go out on a losing note here to the Salem Tigers, 27-12. Got the
Well, they don't go out because we do have another home game, so there is that.
Met tonight.
Well, yeah. Okay, they'll still have another game here, so that's good. Yep. Because this is not the one that they want to go out on, I'm sure. The Bears, we'll start with their stats, and they relied heavily on Scotty Osborne, and Osborne finishes the night 26 carries for 128 yards and a touchdown. So Scotty with a good night, but they had to rely on him a lot, 26 carries for the junior running back. Otherwise, they struggled again getting offense. That's been kind of the sticking point for the Bears all year ever since Kyle, the offense is built around Kyle Wood and Scotty Osborne. And when you don't have both of those, it makes you a little too predictable, and that's what the Bears fell into tonight. But still, 128 yards for Osborne. Dudridge rallied. He didn't complete his first 6 passes, but finishes 8 of 19, or rather 8 of 19 for 140 yards. Did have 2 interceptions, though, tonight. And then otherwise, running, not much there. Gavin Ferguson had 3 carries for 9 yards. Cody Ward, 1 carry for 6. Dudridge did a few things offensively with his legs, got a touchdown that way, but not a lot of offense for the Bears outside of Scotty Osborne. For the Tigers, their quarterback, Connell, was the MVP of the game without a doubt. Passing, Connell was 4 of 7 for 18 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Running, he was 12 carries for 95 yards and a touchdown. And so
the passing stats got to be wrong.
You think?
Well, he had that 88-yard pass in the first half for a touchdown.
Right, 118 was.
Okay.
What did I say?
18.
Okay, no. There's a 1 in front of that that I didn't read. So thanks for catching that. 4 of 7 or 118 yards.
There you go.
Running 12 carries for 95 yards. Camden really, he really took off in the second half. 14 carries for 122 yards for the game, but 100 of those yards came in the second half. Bears really let Camden take over along with Connell in that second half. Scoring, Bears started the scoring way back in the first quarter. Halfway through the first quarter, Dudridge with a 3-yard touchdown run. That was the Bears' first offensive drive of the game. It was 6-0 Willow. Bears missed on both of their extra points tonight. In the second quarter, Connell with an 8-yard touchdown run, and then Connell with an 88-yard touchdown pass. It was 13-6 Salem. Bears, though, would score at the end of the half. Osborne on a 2-yard touchdown run. It was set up by a big pass play to Justin Chaney. Osborne put it in the end zone. It was 13-12 Salem at that point, and you didn't feel too bad. Felt like the Bears had played a pretty good first half. Then we came out for the second half. Bears, really the pivotal moment in the game was late in the third quarter. Bears got an interception, drove the length of the field, got a good opportunity inside the 10, couldn't get the job done, gave it back to Salem. They go all the way down the field.
90 yards.
That made it 20-12. Connell on a 10-yard touchdown run there. And then just a couple of minutes later, Camden with a 6-yard touchdown run, and that really finished off the Bears. 27-12 is your final.
All right, that'll do it for us.
Yeah, we'll go to Houston next week, and join us there.
For Kathy, back at the studios, and for Marty, I'm Larry Spence. You've been listening to Willow Springs Bear Football on Classic Country KUKU. Once again, final score from Willow, Salem 27, Willow Springs 12. Good night. from Willow
It's
Springs.
Willow Springs Bears Sports on KUKU 100.3 Classic Country. And brought to you by G&W Foods. Shelter Insurance, Terry Newton, your agent in Willow Springs. Adams Towing. Ozarks Medical Center. Bailey Chevrolet GMC.